What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Life's good, man. Vibed out. You know, we in here early on a Friday. Very rare that we're in here early on a Friday. But it's a fun early Friday show, man. We're going to get a chance to talk with one of the guys, one of my former teammates. And, yeah, clearly.
Steeler legend, dare I say.
Steeler legend,
Dare
man.
I say.
Yes, indeed, man. So definitely excited, man. I'll get a chance to talk with Ike Taylor at that 10 o'clock time frame, man. He'll be calling us. So definitely excited at that, or excited for that. But yeah, man, can't trip on it. And I will throw out the heads up. I saw somebody say something about an ad early on. YouTube this morning just did a whole update where they are doing, it's like automated ads. So we are not in control of whatever pops up during today's stream, but once the afternoon hit and I got some time to go look through, I'll be able to give you a better understanding of what all is going on. But I just want to get out on the front end, man. Yeah, because it definitely popped up on me. I said, oh, I don't know what setting is what. I don't want to mess it up, though. So, yeah, y'all take over.
Yeah,
but other than that, though, man,
YouTube's got to make money too, right?
Clearly. They say, look, man, we're going to get ours. That's what they said. I'd be like, hey, man, I don't be touching the ads, all right? The ads, that's the algorithms. Keep me out of it. I don't want no problems.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, it's been a vibe, man. We also got some new Lil Wayne that just dropped. We was actually bumping it a little bit before you came in, man. So a little surprise. I had no clue he was dropping something today, man. A little mixtape, you know. So it was a little vibe,
Mixtape.
Yeah, man. Give us a little something. Just yeah.
Has it got the Undisputed song on there?
I don't think so. You know, that's on Skip playlist. Yeah. But he do be dropping some heat for Skip though. Shout out to him. But yeah, man. So I was like, you know what? Got some new music in here. Got my dog in here. We're going to talk to my other dog. Like, it's a good day. It's a good day. Got a chance to go do something cool last night, man. Was over at the Westmoreland County Food Bank. So that was fun, man. Talking with people over there for their fundraiser. It's people over there, they rock with us, Deke. Now, that really wasn't our crowd all the way.
Okay.
They were a little bit older. But just know, they rock with us. All right.
That's
they
good.
rock with us. But they definitely, they not
We're
like
hitting on
core.
every demographic.
We definitely hitting it. It's a wide range. That was probably at the end of the spectrum over here, but it was a vibe though, bro. It was a vibe. I don't know if they fully grasp the YouTube streaming concept, but they like our takes. All right.
You say it's radio on the internet.
I kind of put it like, I was like radio on the internet without commercials. Just ads. Just put on how you look at it, you know?
Well, that's what Dunta Baker's saying right here. I think he's a YouTube insider. Says YouTube is adding ads to increase their revenue.
Ah, okay.
I don't blame him.
Fair enough. They say, man, all these people streaming, all this content being put out there, we're going to get ours. All right. I ain't tripping, baby. Hey. I ain't tripping. Just don't get me in trouble. I'm on the good side. That's all I know. I just want to be on the good side.
NFL adding an extra game to increase their revenue. NFL making sure... Or wait. They already made sure every team got a Thursday night game. But now for this year, they said you could do more than one Thursday night game. All that to increase revenue. So it's what companies do. And
they also did a direct streaming only exclusive deal for their content.
Right.
If you think about Sunday Ticket. That's
Amazon Prime for Thursday night
those
football.
Are exclusive packages. You can't even watch it on NFL Network. If you try to watch Thursday Night Football on NFL Network, you can be up there upset. That's crazy, but money is talking, baby. Money is definitely talking. Mm-hmm.
Did you watch the game last night?
I caught a little bit of it. Detroit looked good. Actually, I did. I watched the whole game. Yeah, now that I think about it. I thought I was late to it. I missed the first touchdown. But then, obviously watching them go up 20, it was 24-7 at some point. Green Bay started to come back. Then was it Trey Walker? Ultimately, man, had the penalty on the field goal.
Yeah, that was terrible.
That killed it.
That decimated it.
Yeah, because the field goal puts it at 13 at the point.
And there was
Green Bay was hot.
6-7 minutes left to
Jordan
score
Love
game.
was heating up. The O-line wasn't great, but they were doing enough. But once that happened, they went down and scored a touchdown and took off for another 3 minutes. Then it was a wrap. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then Love threw another pick.
Yeah. But I like Detroit, though, man. They scrappy. They tough. I'm just glad that they actually stuck with Dan Campbell throughout the process. A lot of times that we've seen around the league, man, teams, hire a new guy, but after 1 year or 2 years, if it's not 10 plus wins or they're not completely turned around, they'll move on from him. So for him to be able to have had this amount of time to really get his staff right, get his roster turned over. Now you can see he has the pieces in place. And you watch how that defense plays. It's like, man, y'all look like an extension of your coach. Y'all physical, y'all aggressive, y'all scrappy. It's not a bunch of world beaters, but y'all got dudes that are competitive and are smart, and you got talent. So,
it's a good point. What helped him stick around, I'd say, was their finish last year. Well, it was like us. Didn't they finish like 7-2 or 7-1?
Yep.
And they were
hot, man.
A game away from making the playoffs when it came down to week 18. But yeah, I think you're right, because if they were to have like let him go in the middle of last season or something like that, it probably would have been premature, as we're seeing right now, because it looks like the NFC North is turning over.
It's theirs,
changing
though.
of the guard.
It's
yeah,
Detroit, man. Heck yeah. And apparently, I didn't realize this, but they were saying that Dan Campbell has gotten low-key hot against Green Bay in terms of, the amount of did he say he's won 4 in a row against them now?
Well, yeah. I
like
know they
that,
beat them last week of the regular season last year.
Yeah, but it's been like 4 consecutive times, something like that. They were saying, and this is rare for the Lions to be doing that to the Packers. But shout out to Dan Campbell,
yeah,
man.
Extremely rare.
Yeah, shout out.
But yeah, it was rough first half, and then Jordan Love made it interesting. I put $5 on the Packers money line because
it got interesting.
Yeah, so it was looking good.
Bro.
It was like plus.
Yeah.
Oh man, what was it? Plus 3,000. I put $5 on. So if the Packers were to have come back and win, I would have got $155. Yeah. So I thought it was worth it just to put some money on it. Even though it's a blowout, it makes it more interesting for me.
Because now you got to keep watching it.
And then they get it to 2 scores. I was like, okay,
bro.
But then the field goal thing happened.
Me and wifey, it was to the point in the game where we're like, all right, we're about to turn this thing off, going to put on some Love Island, some reality show. It's like, yo, it's over. And yeah, up until that daggone field goal situation, I was like, dang, I guess we got to stick with this a little bit longer. Then he goes ahead and does the bonehead thing. But it was a vibe, though, man. It definitely was a vibe. And shout out to a couple of Steelers over there, man. Isaiah Buggs looking good in the trenches. He had a sack, man, was providing pressure in the interior. And Cam Sutton out there, man, he rocked. Who's the running back? Oh, my, he flipped homie, Jones. Yeah. I was like, God dang, Cam, I like your energy, baby. Let's ride. But no, it was good to see some former Steelers over there doing what they supposed to be doing, man. Keeping the brand right. So, yeah. It was good, baby, man. Good day. But anything on your end, man? Which Deke thoughts? How you vibing out the day, man?
Man, you know what? I don't really have a Deke thought, but
because we on the early morning tip, and usually we're not in the morning, but we are today. So we do got some supers that have come in. So we're gonna tap into that because, like we said, Ike Taylor, Steelers legend, will be joining us at 10 o'clock. So we're going to vibe out until that happens. Then after that, we'll hit you with the game preview. I give you some of them 5-star matchups. And, of course, we're going to get our predictions in, all right? So, yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll pull up one for you.
Let's get it.
Because most of these podcasts over the last few weeks have, in terms of thoughts, have something to do with football.
Yeah.
That's what I've been bringing to the table. I mean, we talked a little Thursday night football, but I mean, on a Friday morning, we mixed it up with the schedule. Why not get back to some random fact here?
Because otherwise, they're going to crush me over with my reality TV stuff. They talking about now, hey, what else you and your wife be watching? Y'all watching Love Island? I'm like, Below Deck as well, man. I watched that. All right. Mediterranean, all of it. Okay. Yeah. All right. Bar Rescue, all that type of stuff, bro.
This one is really off the wall.
Oh, get me right, Deke. Get me right.
The country, Scotland, chose a unicorn as its national animal.
Well, being that I am part Scottish, I do like the fact that we chose a unicorn because we are unique. We're majestic.
Wait, now you're taking on Scotland heritage?
I'm part Scottish as well.
No way.
I am.
Scottish and Irish.
And Irish, yes. Scottish and Irish.
What percent of the Scottish?
In fact, some might say they're equal parts.
What, like 1%?
No. I've already told you. I'm more than 1%, man.
What is it?
I am multiple percents, and I will leave it at that. I am
2 to
multiples.
3.
I'm multiple percents.
Less than 10?
I'm multiple percents. I will leave it at that, okay? But I am part Scottish. So, as a Scottish man, okay? A man of the kilt. I like our unicorn. It's a cool unicorn. Yeah. Look at that unicorn right there. Tell me that's not the best, most cool unicorn you've ever seen.
Yeah, so
Scottish
it's,
guy,
I mean,
man.
as you can see, it's legit.
Come on, man. Us Scottish folk got to do that.
There's this statue of a unicorn in front of the Scottish emblem.
Mm-hmm.
But here's why, if you're interested. With Scotland being famed for its love and long history of myths and legends, it's no surprise that a fabled creature such as the unicorn is Scotland's national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to do with their love of myths and lores and legends.
Yeah.
Unicorns have been linked to Scotland for centuries. In Celtic mythology, the unicorn was a symbol of purity and innocence, as well as masculinity and power. How about that combination?
When you look at me, Deke, you see purity and innocence, and you also see masculinity and power, right? That's what I look like. I'm a unicorn. Yeah.
Tales of dominance and chivalry associated with the unicorn may be why it was chosen as Scotland's national animal.
Duh. That's why we chose it, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man.
While the animal is mythological, the ideals it represents are what make it the perfect fit as the national animal for Scotland. And because, like this proud beast, Scots would fight to remain unconquered.
Let's go. You know, I'm a Highlander, too. I don't know if you know that, bro. Yeah.
What do you mean?
I forgot. You probably never seen this show before. Highlanders is like, sword fighters.
No.
You got to cut their head off to kill them, but it's like Scottish, that type of vibe. No.
No. What movie is it?
It was a TV show first.
Oh, okay.
Movie second. It's all right, bro. It's like 90s.
Yeah, there was no chance for me. What's it called?
It's called Highlander.
Oh, it's called that.
Yeah,
okay.
It's just called The Highlander or Highlander. And it's like a TV series, and they actually had like a movie. Bro, I went to the movies for my birthday to see the movie Highlander. Like, yeah.
They have a National Unicorn Day, April 9th.
All right, I got to put that on the calendar, man.
It looks like this was a thing back in like the 1600s. Unicorn was first used, the 12th century even.
All right.
First used Scottish royal coat of arms by William I in the 12th century.
I remember William I, and I also remember William as well, who wasn't the first, but he was in Braveheart, okay?
King James III in the 15th century started making gold coins with a unicorn on them.
Yeah, like the King James version of the Bible. I'm all that, babe. Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Come on, man. Us, Scott, I'm telling you, bro. Multiple percents. Just remember that. Multiple.
So there's your fun fact for the day.
Shout out to you, man, for bringing up my heritage, my culture. It's always good to get educated on,
I'm just surprised you didn't know about that before.
No. I'm surprised it took you that long to know about it, man. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, you didn't want to embarrass me.
I started to pull up in my kilt. That's all I'm saying, okay?
Yeah.
Started to pull up in the kilt. But figured I'd keep it classy. Go with my shorts on. Kilts for only for, like, special occasions.
Right.
Yeah. And this ain't no special occasion just yet. It will be, though. Well, actually, it's because you here today. So it's always a vibe, man. Always a vibe. But with that being the case, and y'all saying I'm not capping, I'm for real. I have multiple percentages of Scottish blood in me. Okay? And Irish. And Nigerian. And the Congo. Okay? Say it. I'm hybrid. Yes. Hybrid. Like you said, a mix of, what would you call it? Purity and innocence. And masculinity, just like a kilt. If you see these legs, these calf muscles in a kilt, you can be like, bro, that's a nice kilt, but your legs are holy cow. Like, this is crazy.
There's no way you actually have a kilt.
What you mean?
There's no way.
No, in all seriousness, I don't own one at the moment, but I for certain have looked multiple times since finding out I am part Irish and Scottish. Swear, bro. Swear. Right. Like, I've looked at them. Some of them are expensive, though. I was surprised by that. I've seen something like $200, and I'm like, bro, I'm not paying that much for no daggone kilt. But they talk about like the different materials they use to make it, and then the little like belts and stuff that hang off of it. Yeah. So I've definitely like looked into it though, bro. Yeah.
You should maybe get those. Man, I don't even know, what are they called? Like those MC Hammer pants.
Oh yeah.
The old people from like over there, the UK used to wear when golfing. That wouldn't be a bad call. I mean, and then you could wear them, and then you could have like a derby cap too.
You giving me multiple outfits now, cause see, I'm a steal that outfit. I like that, but then I'm thinking of my kilt, right? And since we got this, I got the shoe channel, kicking it with Moats. I'm thinking, go kilt with some fire J's on my feet, B. You feel me? Some J's, some Yeezys, some type of shoe heat with the kilt, steal his jersey, pull up to the game, do the interview. What's up, bro?
Yeah, that'd be kind of badass.
You know what I'm saying?
And we got those ties with the Roonies.
Now. Come on, baby.
Over there across the pond.
Because we're Irish. That's where we connect. It's an Arthur thing. You know how us Arthurs get down. They're more arts. I'm more Arthur. I'm a little more formal, but that's the Scottish side of it, But yeah, babe. It could definitely work like that, man. But I think I might do that, bro.
Yeah, it'd be dope.
You should check to see if you got any Scottish. We might be related to something, huh?
I don't. Yeah, I know I'm French and German. I know that at least. But in terms of maybe some of those other other little ones, where you get a couple percentages.
Nah,
and
see,
whatnot.
don't try to downplay my percentages.
I don't know.
You trying to downplay my percentage? I told you multiple can span from 2 to 2,000. Multiple. You just never know. It's multiple.
2,000%.
It's a wide range. It's a very wide range. It's multiple. That's all you need to know. So yes.
I know I'm French and German. Those are the two, though.
Do you speak any German or any French?
No, I'm 100% American. I was born here, but like in terms of
American,
like going way back, 100 years or whatnot. That's the combination.
All right. I just be trying to lean into anything, you know. If it's a part of me, I need to know what it is. You know, if I like it or not. So yeah. We're good, baby. We are good. But let's start the show like how we always do, baby. Have a little fun with this thing. Go ahead, drop in the comment section where you are tuning in from so we can get those big boy shout outs to start the day's show. And yeah, man, hit that like button one time for the culture if you have not done so just yet. And don't forget to subscribe as well. Like we said, man, we got Ike Taylor joining us in the 10 o'clock time frame, man. So definitely excited to catch up with him. And also, man, y'all see the hoodie, Master Moats, all right, along with the hat. Check the merch, man. Always available on YouTube or on the website, arthurmoats.com. Alrighty.
Javiberg 420 says Deke, made in America. Damn right.
This is facts, bro.
Damn right.
Merc. Because, see, I was born in the USA. I'm with you on that, bro. Like, when I feel American, I throw on my classic vinyl. I'll be like, yo, give me some, you know, some hard, heavy snares, good old bass drum. Like, yeah.
I actually want our band to play that Born in the USA.
It is fire, bro.
Now's maybe not as much the time with us getting into like fall and winter, but when
it still hits, bro.
When I'll definitely play it anytime, but when spring kicks around, we need Born in the USA. I think there's a couple other songs that we could. I mean, Toby Keith has a lot of patriotic songs, but there's another one I'm thinking right now.
I was born on the way to black, blue, that red, white, and blue. It ain't me.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, yo, what's the other one?
I would love to do that song as well.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yes.
Heck yeah. You got me in my vibe. When I was driving out to the event, I was bumping my Rolling Stones, man.
That's Fortunate Son.
Yeah,
right
Fortunate Son. Yep. Man, I had my Rolling Stones playing, man. So I was turned up last night, baby. So we here.
We got David Soto tuning in from Chicago.
Shout out to Chicago. One time.
We got Joe Bob Briggs, 864 Lawrence, South Carolina.
Shout out to South Carolina one time.
Mike B, 330, Brunswick, Ohio, driving a semi. Go Steelers. Shout out to Kilts, LOL.
Let's go. See, shout out to the Kilts. If you got a kilt, drop it in the comment section one time for the culture. And if you ever have a picture in a kilt, please send it in. moatswinners@gmail.com. Pretty please.
This is a good one. This is the most recent super. Germ 824 says, as an Irishman, Moats better be a Guinness drinker.
Ooh, come on, man. You know I drink my Guinness and I drink my Irish car bombs. In fact, me and Deke had a night where we were on our Irish car bombs and Guinness. And that's when Deke was, you know, telling Aaron Rodgers fans that Aaron Rodgers won't nothing in Aaron Rodgers town. I was like, Deke, bro, you about to get us in some stuff, man. That's like coming to Pittsburgh and telling Steelers fans that Ben ain't nothing in Pittsburgh. You just can't do certain things like
probably
that.
A lot of the fake fans would agree.
Not at that time, though. Think about it. This would have been MVP season Aaron Rodgers, so we got to think peak Ben or around that time. You saying that or somebody saying that in Pittsburgh, they ain't going for that. You know that, bro.
Well, I was spitting facts.
You were, but it was just the location was hot. Yeah, I felt like
I was just being real.
I felt like the little meme. You know, you sit there and it's the whole place on fire. You're just like, yep, I'm all right. I'm like, Deke's about to get us in trouble. Oh Lord, Deke, don't do it. Oh Lord, Deke, don't do it. And Deke couldn't help it. Hey, you know your quarterback sucks. Like,
I don't know if I said that.
You ain't said that.
I might have.
You were flirting with that. You didn't directly.
I basically just said he ain't been.
Basically, yes.
I was like, he ain't been. This Rodgers folds in the big time.
Yeah, you definitely had some commentary for him. It was a good time though. It was a good time.
Davian Young, Dayton, Ohio, 937.
Shout out to Dayton one time for the culture.
Co 859, Lexington, Kentucky. Formerly 41.
Let's go. From where?
I don't know. Maybe he says formerly 41.
Oh, I thought you said Formula 41. I was like, I've never heard of that before, bro.
Jermaine24.
Shout out to Germ. Absolutely. Major love for Germ.
From the 540 Front Royal VA.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
he
says, let's go.
Right up the road. Right up the road. Yes, sir. Hey, man, we hot right now, man. Family weekend this weekend. Got a big game this weekend, Deke. South Alabama pulling up, baby. The game been sold out for about 4 weeks already. Actually, it's been sold out.
I mean, that should be a win, right?
No, South Alabama, they're supposed to be good. But all these teams are supposed to be good. Utah State, they're supposed to be good. South Alabama's supposed to be good. So we're going to find out, man. We're going to find out.
You guys are going for undefeated right now.
All I'm saying is we're going to find out. We just got to see what's up. We just go out here. We just want to test it. The same way Miami about to get we just want to see if it's real or not. Just call us the real protectors. We're just going to test you. Just want to see if it's real or not. If it's real, cool. But I need to see it first, though. Can't just give it to
We
them.
just need to get a damn win here.
Mm-hmm.
We just need to get back on track against VT.
Oh, speaking of getting back on track in college ball, man, I ran into the nicest lady yesterday, right?
Okay.
Having this full-on convo with the lady. And kind of find out, man, it was Djokovic's grandmother, bro.
Oh, no.
Swear, bro.
Oh, no.
I had no, man, she's talking to
no.
me. Bro, she hit me, and she's like, yeah. My grandson, and I'm like, worried. She said, yeah, he plays for Pitt. I'm like, all right,
no.
bet. So we talking, taking the picture, signing the autograph stuff. I'm like, yeah, all love. And so I was like, before she left, I was like, yo, so what's your grandson's name, man, so I can check him out? She's like, Djokovic.
Oh, my. So that's how you pronounce it.
That's what she said it to me. She was like, Djokovic. And I was like, yo, let's go. I felt good because you've educated me enough that I can have a legit good convo, bro. It was a vibe. She feels, y'all are kind of in the same vein about last name.
She's upset, too. She's upset with this play. She wanted a bench.
She ain't say that now. She said about the injury part, though. You know what I mean? About
that was his best game.
Absolutely. So
he had like 150 yards in the first half.
That's what she was saying. Yeah. So she was on that kick with you. Now, obviously, because she got a little bit more skin in the game, she didn't feel, the same about his perception throughout the year. But I told us context as well. The O-line has to improve. When in doubt, you know how you do it, man. Yeah, we got to be better. It's a team sport. We, group. But it was really nice, though. She was a really nice lady, bro. Like, I was like, yo, man, salute you, man. And I actually am happy for her. And hopefully, I know he's still banged up right now. So hopefully, if he is available, that he could get back like how you said he was playing, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Nah. I get what you're saying, though. If you have an affinity to the quarterback,
yeah,
you got your list. Blame the coordinator. Yep. Blame the O-line.
Come on, man.
Blame the receivers for running the wrong routes.
You know exactly
and
how
dropping the ball.
Yep.
That's how you do it.
It was like, man, that O-line didn't help him out, though. Nah.
I get it, but I mean,
he's the quarterback, though. So at the end of the day, it does fall on his shoulders. And she did say that. She acknowledged that because she's like,
that West Virginia game wasn't a shootout game. It was just take care of the ball. I don't care how bad the O-line's playing. Just take care of the ball. We could win this thing 96 or 97.
She got that, bro. I felt like she understood why some of the criticism was there. I just think it's one of them things that when you're a part of the family of the player getting criticized, it just seemed like way more. You know how that go. Because she's like, man, you just said lightly, but when it's you and 30 other people that got it opinion, she's like, man, hold on now. Y'all trying to put it all on him? And that's you know what I mean?
I mean, I pretty much did. I'm not going to lie. Like, I wasn't saying it lightly soon after the game or even days after the game. Yeah. But now that I know you know her grandma, I guess I could be a little lighter.
It changed. I was like, yo, I'm rooting for him now. How about that? I ain't know him beforehand, but I'm rooting for him now. I got skin in the game now. So I need you this weekend. If you're available, I need you.
Couple Pitt 5 jerseys,
Come
maybe?
on, man. I ain't say all that now. But I'm a supporter. That's all. Yeah.
I'll say 2 more. Light Skin Jesus 92, Erie PA 814, and Billy Lemming, God's Country 859.
Shout out to Light Skin Jesus.
Crittenden, Kentucky.
Funny. That is funny. I like it, baby. I like it.
So we got 5 minutes.
All right. Well,
Ike T.
I like it, man. So let's tap in on some of these supers. It's nothing like the calm before the storm, especially when we're on the receiving end of the phone calls, baby. We just vibe out until it come in. So, yeah, man, let's tap in a couple of these supers, man, to start it
old school.
Off.
He'll be on time is my prediction.
Ooh. Well, I will say this, man. He was responding, like, immediately when we was talking, which is definitely old school. Because, most people in New School, they like, I'm busy. I'm going to hit you back when I hit you. But it was like, bop, I'm here. Bop, all right, let's do it. Bop, I'm like, all right, well, shoot, let's go. So, I feel good about it. I feel good.
Stan Claire joined the upper room.
Let's go, man. Stan Claire, welcome to the Broom. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
AJ Martinez says, Quake and bake, make your booty shake.
Oh, hey now. Sometimes you need to wake and bake. Sometimes you need to quake and bake, man. However you want to do it, man. Just, get active, get up.
It's a Friday.
Heck yeah, man. Hey, you never know what can go down in the mornings on a Friday, baby. All right? Sometimes you roll over into it. Sometimes you got to get up and go to work. You just never know.
Christian Manzi, don't forget other team picks, LOL, and 724 Pharrell.
No, good call, because he's been talking about, because we used to do the picks last year, and literally these past 2-3 weeks now, we keep forgetting. But we've been having stuff. So hopefully we get it in today.
I think we'll have time. Potentially.
We'll see.
Official momentum. Happy Friday, Moats and Deke. Salute, chat family. Steelers versus Texans on Sunday. Hashtag here we go. Hashtag Penguins win. Ambition Steelers tailgate November 12th, 2023, 10 a.m. Stage 8. That's the Packers game.
Go. Yes, indeed. And we liking what we're seeing from the Packers right now, especially if the O-line continues to look like that. But we'll see who's healthy and who's not by the time they come here.
Yeah, not as concerned about Jordan Love anymore.
Yeah. If that O-line can't protect,
still like his fight, but very loose with the ball yesterday.
Young player, right? Young player. Some weeks they look super buttoned up, make great decisions. Other weeks you're like, bro, what are you doing? Heck, even Goff hit the dude in the face to start the game off. You looking at Goff like, Goff, what are you doing? Like, why? But then the rest of the game, you look good.
Looks like they found gold in that Laporta.
I swear, bro.
Just draft an Iowa tight end. That's like, all you need to do.
I swear I was saying, like, Laporta, you're doing this now? Like,
who's the next guy?
All right, whoever is on the roster right now.
We don't need a tight end, but I was gonna say, like, if we needed
Clearly
one,
it can't
that's
hurt.
true.
Like,
Yeah. Maybe even grab the backup Iowa tight end, like in the 7th round.
Seriously,
and have him be an understudy.
Because he was out there cooking.
Let's go, UW. Patrick Queen is back on the trade block. Is that true?
It could be. He still wants money, man. And if a contract doesn't get,
we don't need
taken care of,
we're good. Tony Daniel II. Why did we draft Jones over Gonzalez? Imagine that, though, if we would have had Gonzalez and JPJ.
Crazy, right? But do you think we would have had both, though? Because I think if we take Gonzalez, maybe it throws off how people look at the corners.
I don't know, though, because Patriots took him like a couple picks after us anyway.
Yeah.
So the board, what I'm saying is the board would have been the same rest of the first round, even if we took, although maybe Patriots do take JPJ. Maybe
because
Patriots.
we take Gonzalez.
Yeah. Or they take Forbes, but then do the Commanders take JPJ then? Yeah, you're right.
Because we did Broderick.
You're right.
It was like 3 picks later was when they did Gonzalez.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because who went before? Because it was Witherspoon and somebody else. Was it
Wait, you know what? Commanders took Forbes before Gonzalez. Yeah, I think they were the pick before the Patriots. I think you're right. Captain Insano, love the AM show. Been trucking since 4 a.m. Need yin show to get me through the rest of my shift.
Man, major love to you out there on that road, man. Safe travels. Keep doing what you do. Hey, pull that horn thing for me, too, because, I was a little kid. When the trucks would go by, I'd be like, honk that joint.
Yeah.
Honk that. So, man, major love to you, baby, out there, all right? And, yeah, man, on occasion, we do hit you with a little Friday action. So, yeah, man, shout out to you.
Let's go, UW. How would you guys rate all the free agent signings individually so far this season? Maybe we could jump back to that towards the end of the show. That's a great question.
It is. So let's save that part because I don't know if he's about to call him right now or not. It's about thinking that I don't know. We can find out. But either way, I don't want us to rush that part because that was actually a really good question. I do want to tap in on that.
Jeff H. Moats and Deke. Good morning, boys. Happy Friday and keep killing it. Hit that like button. Hashtag celebrate 7.
That's what I feel like, man. 7 been doing his thing, man. 7, bro. I just seen 7.
No more thank you 7 though.
We just seen 7. Oh, he was doing the commercial thing with Kenny.
Conquering the legendary
cars.
Commercial.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to them boys, man.
7's got some acting chops.
I like it, baby. I like it. You seen Stephen A. doing his acting? Let 7 get in there and cook too. Yeah.
Hashtag enough of negativity. Hashtag unless it's about them Bengals. F them hoes.
F them hoes. All right. Sometimes you got it be like that sometimes. It definitely be like that sometimes.
Chris Furman, join the upper room.
Shout out to Chris Furman and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Let's go. UW says, imagine what Najee could do with that Lions O-line.
Think about what we talk about. Not saying he ain't a good player. He'd be a really good player in that scheme. Problem is, that offensive line is not this offensive line. They got a was it Taylor Decker? They got a Pene Sewell over there. Them dudes is playing well. We work in progress. We'll work in progress. But yeah, in a power downhill style approach like that with offensive line that's winning the grass, absolutely it could work just like that. We haven't been getting that same type of movement up front like how the lines was getting yesterday though.
Yeah, I mean, hell, if we're doing that, it doesn't matter what running back you have in there,
right.
In a way. You could be switching on and off between Najee and Warren, both of them having success, both of them meeting.
I say
but we need more help from the O-line for Najee, I think. Because right now I just don't think he fits what we're doing.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
And here's the thing. I know a lot of people think I'm coming off as a Najee hater. I'm not. I want him to ball out. It's just I want what's best for this offense, what's best for this team. And I just think through 3 weeks, it's clearly Jaylen Warren getting
Our
out there
offensive
more.
line does not block like the Detroit Lions offensive line. So when we look at their scheme and their style of runs, yes, Najee will be a perfect fit in that offense. But what about that offense looks like how our offensive line blocks? Them things are different, baby. So when you have this type of situation, while it's the season as well, you got to decide what's more important. Do I try to keep my personnel who I want it to be, even though it's not as effective? Or do I make adjustments and work and make the best out of what I currently have? And that's what we're talking about with 30 getting more opportunities over 22 in certain situations because of that part right there.
Kenneth Moses suggests trade for Kevin Dotson or re-sign him in free agency.
Bring him back. But y'all got rid of him. Yeah. Sayumalu. Everybody was excited about Sayumalu, myself included, man.
Who wasn't? I
mean,
dude's considered like a top
Come
5
on,
guard.
Bro. Why wouldn't we be excited? It's just like I said.
The signing came out of nowhere. Like no one was calling for it before it happened. But once it happened, it's like, okay, well, we're really focused on this offensive line now.
And then it was, okay, we brought in Sayumalu. Now we brought in Herbig. Because weren't they were like back-to-back signings.
Herbig was before Sayumalu.
So excuse me, it was back. So Herbig was first. And we're like, all right.
That's why we didn't even think another O-line signing was on our radar.
We
exactly.
felt like it was definitely overkill, man. No.
We got AJ Martinez. Well, you know what? Speaking of the Lions O-line, remember how I said, are there any, outside of like 4 or 5 teams, are there any good O-lines in this league? I guess you could add the Lions to good O-line, objectively good O-line, right?
At least right now, what we're saying.
We'll toss them in the mix.
I think they've had multiple 100-yard rushing games this season as well. I don't feel like Goff has been under siege. I mean, in fact, people talk about him as, lighting it up right now.
Yeah, he was slinging the pill a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
He's been slinging the pill.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Martinez gifted a Moats membership to Christian Manzi.
Shout out to AJ Martinez being a rock star at life, and Christian Manzi. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Chris Furman, forgot I changed my card a while ago, so had to renew the upper room membership. Been busy with EMT school. What better day than my birthday? I'm 24 today.
Happy birthday to you, man. Let's go. 24, perfect number today as well, man. No, I definitely like that, though. And shout out to EMT school, man. Like, you out here trying to be better, help people, save lives, impact. Respect to that, man.
Do we got an update on Ike?
I was going to give him the 5-minute warning and then hit him with a text. That's all. Yeah.
And then if we don't get anything,
then we just keep proceeding,
you turn off the phone.
I ain't say that now. You know how I go.
So Ike gets that priority?
Certain ones you going to get,
If he calls in 10:45, we go.
He's a little different.
Okay,
he's a little different because of who he is. Yeah.
Well, we already got Ramon Foster beef with that podcast over there. I didn't know if we were trying to start any Ike T beef.
Who said we have Ramon Foster beef with that podcast? Why do you call it that podcast? That's crazy. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. We are supporters of everybody's podcast. If you are a podcaster, man, salute you, man. We see you, baby. We see you because we know it's a grind. It's a grind, baby. So, yeah, I ain't knocking on nobody.
Let's go, UW. Was it blue and red kilt Moats?
If we being real about it. I looked at two. Man. I looked at a blue and red and a black and gold. If we're gonna be if we're fully transparent this morning, I did check both.
The blue and red was for America, right?
Sure. America's team. Yes. A team that just bleeds represents what this country is. Blue collar, hard workers, just regular people just trying to get it. Sometimes you have some adversity. We always feel like
that sounds like Pittsburgh.
No, because Pittsburgh's been to the top too many times. We're spoiled and arrogant and all that stuff, right? That's not America.
Fat and sassy.
Yeah, that's not us. No. We're blue collar. We're hardworking Americans, man. And that's what Bills are. They haven't reached the top just yet. It's like we get close to the top. Sometimes you feel like you up. You're like, yo, we up. Oh, we can't get over the hill. Yeah, so that's why. Yeah.
Man.
Uh-huh.
R. Barley 18. Let's effing go. Ike T is my favorite Steeler ever.
Bro, let's ride.
Can y'all ask him about the 2 a.m. wake up and race people in his PJ story to see if they're true? Thank you. Huh.
All right. Well, I need to know about that because I ain't hear about that one.
I mean, we could ask him.
We're going to find out.
I don't know if that's opening up like a jar of worms or something, but Fish Momentum, Le'Veon Bell is cap on Cam's podcast. # Mr. Jack Myers Jr. I don't know exactly what he's talking about. I've seen some headlines and quotes pop up.
Yeah, he said that they would ignore Haley. That was the only thing I saw. Was there anything else you saw?
No. I know he talked about Najee losing weight again.
Oh, I didn't see that part. All right.
I don't know what he'd be lying about.
Yeah, that says.
I like that Haley story, actually.
I mean, I'm sure anybody that wants to put the whole, Ben vibe, of course they go rock with it. Yeah.
So, yeah, they actually did that. They actually did the thing we said Ben and other quarterbacks should do with Finkner in Canada. They did it for Haley.
Yeah.
They just said,
I wonder,
hey.
Did they continue
we're
to
just
do
gonna,
it,
We're just going to, yeah, they basically.
Because that's my question. I'm like, what happened afterwards?
Did you hear the whole thing? Yeah.
No, I know with Haley. I'm talking about with Finkner and with Canada. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, if you're doing it with Haley, I'm like, man, Haley's actually nice. So what about them two? I know you ain't say F his calls and then you listen to Finkner in Canada. That's my only thing with the story, bro. That was my only issue. I'm like, I'm all for it. But if you're telling me that y'all cut Haley out and listen to Finkner in Canada, I just think we hustling backwards a little bit, bro. If I'm going to go down my order.
I think Tomlin gave Ben more autonomy at that point.
Okay. Because I'm just like, bro, that synced a little backwards, man.
I think they handcuffed him in his last year or two.
Gotcha.
They handcuffed Ben.
That just seems real weird, man. But I ain't on offense, and I both did doing that time. But yeah, man, I didn't think he was lying about anything. Nah. What LBL got to lie for? Especially right now.
Maybe Official Momentum can clarify. Yeah, I think Official Momentum only drops super chats. I never see him in the regular chat.
Low key, you might be right though, bro.
I was gonna say he could clarify in the regular chat here, like what exactly he thinks Lev's lying about. Yeah, but I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, because I'm really over here wondering, like, bro, it wouldn't surprise me if Seven is like, nah, man, we're gonna call this right here. Like, I get that, but yeah, what was he lying about?
I said they just kept running the same run play because the Bengals couldn't stop it. And they get back to the huddle. And Haley's like, are you just going to keep doing that? They're like, yeah, pretty much.
All right. I like it, man. I mean, when you talk, was it the Georgia Extra? I know that play they could never stop. We'd always hear something Georgia. It was like 26 Georgia Extra.
That might have been the one.
Georgia.
I think it was. Yeah, actually, that's what it was.
Yeah.
They kept saying we're going to just keep running Georgia.
Yeah. So, like, we'd be at practice. That's like when they would bring, sometimes they would bring an extra lineman. Chris Hubbard would be that guy. But, yeah.
They kept saying it was like 8 yards a pop.
Yeah, it was like something Georgia Extra. It's 20-something Georgia Extra, something Georgia. It's like a downhill little pull, and yeah, elbow hit that. Da-da. Yeah.
Fish Momentum.
That is so. Was he saying specifically in that Bengals game then?
He said a Bengals game, yeah.
Because I wonder, was it the
Killer
one?
B-Air.
I wonder, was it the one where he mushed Kirkpatrick at the crib? Remember when he had the crazy stiff arm?
Yeah.
I wonder, was that because think about that game? He was like trashing them dudes in terms of the run game stuff, bro.
Could have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, they specifically said to play Georgia.
Yeah. But that's, because they had to play, it's like either 26 or 20-something Georgia Extra. Yeah. And it was always going to bring extra linemen in, and that thing is downhill and good luck. Elbow hit, ha, da-da. Yeah.
Fish Momentum need another live, even with TG. Tell Ike hi.
Hey, no, we'll do, man. We'll do. No, man, we do need another live. One day, we're going to pop back out.
Corey Hugh and Steelers are interested in Jonathan Taylor.
I did see that pop up, and it did have me thinking about you, Deke, because you were really adamant about we don't have any need for a Jonathan Taylor. We don't have any thoughts or wants for a Jonathan Taylor. You said you would rather have a Bandakanda over a Jonathan Taylor.
I don't know if I said
you definitely
that
said that specifically. You specifically said that because I remember when you said
Bandakanda would be cheaper to get.
I remember when
sure.
you did not say anything about cheap. You said I would rather have a Bandakanda than Jonathan Taylor, and you said Najee because you was like we could trade Najee for a Bandakanda. Those were what you said.
Let me clarify some things here.
Oh, are we changing it up? Because
I'm not switching anything up, but I did say whenever, should we be interested in Jonathan Taylor? Someone asked that on the last podcast. I said, no, not worried about it. We got Jalen Warren. Because here's the thing. I'm just assuming we're not going to trade Najee.
So you wanted was that like your version of if I don't want it, then I don't have to like feel bad or
I just don't.
Is that
here's
why?
the thing. If we traded for Jonathan Taylor,
okay,
and we still had Najee and Jalen Warren on the roster, I would be pumped. Yes, I just don't think we have to go out of our way. Now, if we legitimately are interested in Jonathan Taylor, like these reports are saying, you got to come up with a package, right? And what type of package would make sense, and including Tutu in that package.
You are funny, bro. You are funny.
I think would work. So, of course, if we trade for Jonathan Taylor, I'm fine with it. We bring in a really good running back.
Would you be fine with it or would you be excited about it? Because you just made it like, all right, if we just had him, all right, cool. I don't care. But if he's clear, all right, great. Would you be excited about it or would it just be a run-of-the-mill move?
I would be excited.
Okay.
I just don't think we have to go out of our way for it.
Okay.
But
I mean, you just said
obviously we
22
could
over there.
we could be interested. I mean, I don't know about this report even too. I mean,
if
how factual is this report?
I'm just saying
It was thrown out there by someone with a blue check. Well, it listed like 10 teams. And
in today's social media era, the way these here blue checks get thrown around now, you don't know who's valid or who's not, and it does make it a lot more challenging now when trying to find out the validity of said statements.
Are we looking?
Oh, perfect. He gave me an update. So he was on a Zoom call right now.
Okay.
He said it's going to be 10:35. So we're good.
Sure.
All right. See, communication, baby. Told you, I get that type of communication, baby. Shout out to my dog right there. So, yes, it'll be more 10:35-ish. My dog's on a call right now. Respect, baby.
But, yeah, I mean, I'd be fine with bringing in Jonathan Taylor.
No.
Don't think we got to go out our way. Don't think we got to go crazy in terms of what we give up for him, too. Like, if it's an arms race to try to get him and it takes like a second-round pick, no, I'm good. I'm good on that. But if we could do a straight swap, Najee and maybe like a fourth or fifth, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
So I agree. I don't want to give up a ton of capital for multiple reasons. Number one, it's a running back. We've seen the running back market. We know their durability and the lack thereof in terms of longevity. Is Jonathan Taylor a heck of a player when healthy? 1,000%. Behind Derrick Henry and Nick Chubb, you can make a case that Jonathan Taylor is the third best back in the league when healthy. Has good vision, contact, balance, and the speed to take the top off, or in terms of taking it to the crib. And we've seen him have that type of production and that type of success in the league. But yeah, if it's gonna cost more than a player and nothing earlier than a
fourth.
This is my only thing. Because of the Colts and how they've been playing the hardball thing early on, I think you're going to need to give up a third. That's my only thing.
Najee in a third. Would you do it?
I personally would. I'm not going past that, though.
I think I would, too.
I won't go past a third. But
if he's fully healthy.
Right. Because that's the assumption, that he is fully healthy. But to me, I'm a Najee, because you want to do a swap for a swap. They're gonna clearly need a back if we're
something to sell the fans,
Taylor.
right?
Yep. So they're like, hey, we're not tanking. We're getting Najee Harris, a bruiser, downhill thumper, power runner. Might be a better fit in their scheme, anyways. And then for them, they're getting the draft pick because Jonathan Taylor is a lot more productive and has done way more in this league than Najee at the time. So you can't just say fair 1v1. So you throw in the third rounder. We don't go past the third rounder because we know we still got to see how healthy is it. Number two. Even if it balls out, it's a 1-year rental because he needs a deal. That's part of why he's available anyways. And we know we not really trying to break the bank on no running back.
I will say this. I feel like the Steelers would be more apt to pay Jonathan Taylor than Najee Harris.
Because he's a better player right now.
Now, we probably would have to pay him more.
Right, yeah, right. He's a better, more productive player. Jonathan Taylor, when we talk $10 million per year running backs, he's in that convo. Najee hasn't been in that convo. No slight to Najee. They're just different players at this point in their career. But Jonathan Taylor, when we talk them Zoom calls, he was supposed to be on that call because he's legitimately one of them type of dudes right now. But that's why, for me, I don't know if we're going to still want to pay him 10. Unless you did it like a 1 year thing while Kenny's still on the rookie deal. But you only got another year. You'll have, another year of that before you'd have to make a decision.
Right.
I don't hate it, though. I definitely don't hate it, man.
Yeah, if the package is right, I wouldn't be against it. Yeah, if we somehow got him, obviously I would be excited.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think we have to go out of our way.
Now, I Am Prime brought up a good point. He says, what about the O-line? He says, man, the O-line looks one way with Najee. Is it going to look any different because of Jonathan Taylor? No, it's not going to look any different. But very similar to how we talk about Jaylen Warren and how he hits the holes, how he runs and stuff like that, Jonathan Taylor is going to be a very similar concept with that. Now, we still have to improve up front. That does not change. If we don't improve our blocking, the running game is going to look really inconsistent. But we do feel like, based on the way this O-line plays, yeah, a guy like Jonathan Taylor, who's a little bit more fleet-footed, a little bit more elusive, yeah, you just feel like you got a better chance with him making a guy missing, instead of it being a 1 yard gain or a negative play, that he's going to be able to turn something into a positive. So that's the thing, in terms of Jonathan Taylor even playing with this current offensive line. But I just dropped a film session talking about some of the 12 personnel stuff, right? And that's when we have the one back, two tight ends, Darnell and Pat. If you're running 12 personnel, I'm telling you for a fact, Jonathan Taylor can cook in that. And because of how our tight ends can actually attack these linebackers and actually make your defense feel stressed coverage-wise, it will complement each other really well. But I think Jonathan Taylor could definitely fit.
No, we got a conspiracy here by Steel Spaceman. Moats don't like Najee because he's a pureblood. You want to get more half-bloods in the building.
Oh. Sabotage the pure bloods.
People are bringing up Leal Collins.
Okay, yeah, it's an option. It's a name.
Yeah, it's a name. The Bengals didn't even keep him, and they could use all the O-line help they can get.
Yeah, the thing is this: with Leal has played well at times in this league, but he's also had some rough goes at times in this league, and that's one of the ones where you got enough of a name where it's probably going to cost more than like the minimum. But at the same time, you're like, how good are you still? Or more importantly, how consistently are you? Or can you be more consistent than what we currently have? Because that's the real question. Any of these names that we bring up, any of these players that we talk about potentially trading for or signing for, you're not doing these moves haphazardly. You're not doing these moves to go in reverse order or just make a change for the sake of, oh, I don't like this guy, so let's bring in this guy. Nah, they're not doing those type of moves unless they feel like it's going to make this team better, unless they feel like it's going to help this team be more successful and get close to winning a championship. So even with Leal Collins, they would definitely look on that tape and say, is he an upgrade, yes or no? Financially, does it make sense, yes or no? And that's how they're going to come up with this name. So I like the name, but I don't really know if it's worth it, especially when you still got a Broderick already in house that if we want to make a change or we want to try something new, how easy is it to say, okay, Broderick, you go to left, Dan go to right, or Broderick, you go to right, Dan stay at left. But either way, you got a high-end talent that hasn't really played games just yet already in house, that doesn't have the Leal Collins, that doesn't have, the Bobby Porter. I'm trying to think, who else were we talking about during this offseason? Different offensive linemen.
Taylor Lewan.
Jeez. Is he still out there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's skinny as hell.
Oh, all right.
He's done.
Yeah.
He's absolutely done.
It'd be like that.
He's in podcast mode.
It'd be like that, man.
Officially.
It'd be like that. But those are the things. So it's like you got multiple things still in-house that we could do to shuffle the offensive line. I just don't think that they're ready to do that just yet because the context that we've talked about, right? First two games, last game. Very different in the sense of we're seeing improvement It's just not to where we feel like it should be just yet. But if you're internal, what would you rather do? Would you rather continue to keep this progress going the way that it is, and we're still in the early portions of the season, and you bank on what does another 4 weeks look like with this group? Now, when we get to week 10, what does that look like with this group? Versus 3 games in versus 2 elite fronts, 1 really good front, and now we're going to go over here and knee-jerk reaction, pull the plug, and blow up the whole offensive line, and now we're mixing and matching pieces the whole season. Does he fit? Does he not fit? All right, we done benched him. We done pulled this dude. Now we got to try to pull him back and put him back out there. That's a lot. And what we kind of forget is these are still people. They still got feelings. So when you start doing all that type of stuff, man, it does have negative effects on these dudes. And that's also something that, coach, in terms of Coach T, man, he got to manage that, and he has to understand that as well, which he does. But that's also just some context of why some of the changes that we might feel should happen don't necessarily happen in those moments.
We got Marcus Morrell. How concerned are you about Connor Hayward if Washington can't go? Darnell has been a huge asset as a blocker, and Connor has been struggling.
Connor doesn't struggle as a blocker. Connor has a different assignment as a blocker. Connor is the move guy. He's the spike. Bless you.
Thank you.
He's the guy that has to block in space. Blocking in space is a lot harder than when you're on line. And for Darnell, most of the time, he's just as big as the guy he's blocking. That's the only thing. It's not a Connor can't do that. No. But we don't ask Connor to do that. We don't ask Connor to be an inline blocker. That was typically, the Zach Gentry role and stuff like that. So, yeah, if Darnell isn't out there, would it have a negative effect? Of course it would. But I do feel like you can still operate with some of those same 12 personnel principles, and you mix it up to make it 12/21. Because what is Connor to you? Is he 100% a tight end? Is he 100% a fullback? So as a defender, how do I play that? I can't just say, well, he's out here, it's got to be run, or he's out here, he's a fullback, it's got to be this. Nah, so it's going to make the defenses, or the defensive coordinator along with the defense, just have to be a little bit hesitant. And at this level, that's all you're looking for, just a half a step. So even though, like I said, Connor doesn't give you the same level of we feel great about run blocking or even pass protection. You look at the fire move touchdown in the game when Pickett threw it to him, 12 personnel, they're in a wing alignment in terms of Darnell and Pat. And you look who's making the key block on the front side to protect Kenny as he's rolling out. It's Darnell. It's 1001, 1002, 1003. Then he delays release, but that's what ultimately allows Kenny to have the full rollout and not have that immediate pressure. So, yeah, you lose that part of it if Darnell isn't there. But at the same time, I already told you what you gain in terms of defenses not being able to just say, all right, if those 2 guys are out there, we're going to go big personnel because it's going to be either run or some type of max protection. So, like I said, there's pros and cons to both of them.
Okay. Yeah,
hey, and shout out to Johnny Bianco. I like he's on a movement. He's saying y'all got to stop the 22 hate. I love when they call it hate. I love it, man. I love it. But I do wonder, would you rather he just play the whole time? Even if we know what it's going to look like at times? I just be wondering that. Like I said, I don't think it's hate. It's just good questions.
I get it, and I accept it if I'm going to be called a Najee hater now.
What makes it hate, though? Because my thing is this, are you choosing this? It kind of reminds me, not to the same extent, but it reminded me of when we would joke about, are you a 7 fan or are you a Steelers fan? And how you would say, man, I want 7 to be able to call it. I want to do this. And we're like, okay, well, is that better for like the team or is that better for like 7?
It was.
Either way, we'd have them combos, right? So when I think of this, I'm like, yeah, you could play Najee, man, run him till the wheels fall off. Is that better for Najee? Is that better for the team, though? And that's kind of where we're at right now.
Well, and I think the other thing, too, is just the state of the running back.
Nope. Johnny said, hate. I like your style, baby. I hate your face. Hate. Let's go, baby.
I think the state of the running back has something to do with it, too, and how expendable these guys are. Like, I'm not saying, oh, let's just trade Deontay willy-nilly or let's bring in this receiver or that receiver.
Because those guys are, like you said, harder to come by.
I truly believe you can get a ton of 4th or 5th round running backs, and the guy I keep bringing up is Israel Abanikanda. Mm-hmm. You could bring him in, and if you give him the opportunities, he would go off. He'd be really good. Mm-hmm. I just don't think you're doing that with any run-of-the-mill receiver, right? I think it has to do with the running back market too, and just
unless
how
you were playing for the
expendable these
Patriots
guys
with
are.
Brady back in like the 2000s, like 10s and early 15s. Like I said, I saw them take a lot of people that I didn't know could do what they were doing and go up there and be big time players. So yeah.
Maybe some of it had to do with their scheme, and then they just really scouted for like specific guys.
I'm just like, yo, I've seen them go Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola, Chris Hogan. I'm like, bro, y'all just put any and it just cooks. And then you take it out and it's like, all right, it doesn't cook anymore. But in that sense, it cooks.
Yeah, even any of those running backs, Burkhead, Shane Vereen, Deion Lewis,
like the only place
really didn't do
anything
anywhere else.
Yeah, only place I've seen that.
Davion Young, what did y'all think about the Le'Veon interview? Loved it.
Man, like I said, I've seen some of the snippets. I saw the part, like I said, about the Haley thing, and then it was something else I saw that he had talked about. But no, man, I'm all for it, man. I love, man, anytime, man, the dudes that either we played with or, you know, for you guys, when y'all got a chance to watch, anytime they get a chance to come on the mic and actually talk and be transparent. Because when we're playing, we're not allowed to always talk as freely or as comfortable as we might want to talk. Because, as you know, everybody's going to take whatever you say and they're going to run with the pitchforks for whatever, you know, they trying to push. But at this stage, you know, guys can get up and talk freely because we don't have the same type of obligations anymore, man. So it is good to hear some of them stories. I just like it because now it opens up even more questions so we can talk about it even more. It's like, hey, man, give us more info, man. Let's go. Yeah. So it's a vibe, baby. It's a vibe. But salute them, man.
I'm getting some receipts that are being pulled up on me I need to respond to here.
On you? No.
Some of them are true. Some of them are just straight up fake news.
They attacking your character, Deke?
Well,
don't let them attack your character, Deke.
Here's one. I need to explain this one. Ladarius Williams. Deke, you were calling for trading Deontay not too long ago. So I wasn't. We're talking about the offseason before the draft.
Yes, before he got
said
paid, right?
We could trade Deontay. I'd be willing to if we were guaranteed to get Jordan Addison in the draft. Because I think Jordan Addison is really good. And because I know ball, we are seeing how Jordan Addison is playing with the Vikings, and that's not a bad take at all. We'd get a Jordan Addison, a cheaper receiver, a receiver that's like Deontay, has chemistry with Kenny Pickett. That makes sense. But if you traded Deontay before the draft, you're not guaranteed to get Jordan Addison.
That was the whole issue.
So that's what I said. I'd rather just probably keep Deontay then.
But you were big on moving Deontay. Not as big as TG,
I can't
but
say,
you were part of it.
I can't say I was big on it. The only guy I wanted in place of Deontay was Jordan Addison. That was it. If we weren't going to get him, I wanted to keep Deontay. Yeah. So there's some clarification there. And Jordan Addison's doing good. So, I called my shot there. I said Jordan Addison would be good. And if you combine him with Pickett with all that chemistry, I'm sure it'd be electric. I mean, if he's cooking with Kirk Cousins, I'm sure it'd be 10 times better here in Pittsburgh with Kenny.
Hey, man.
But anyway, here's
Kirk an MVP front runner, man. Just know that.
I can't say that.
All right, that's cool. They're
0-3.
That's fine.
He's not winning MVP.
I won Defensive Player of the Year when my team finally had a losing season, bro. Or we kill it. Because sometimes you put up better numbers when you're losing. I'm telling you, it work like that sometimes, bro. Because you really gotta cook. And Kirk is really in his bag right now, bro.
This one is just a straight lie from the pit of hell.
Oh no!
I Am Prime says Deke was trying to trade TJ for Myles Garrett a while ago.
Hey son, no,
that never happened.
Deke wouldn't have done that. I don't think I would have been even cool with that conversation if Deke would have said that on the show. Like, whoa, don't. We don't need no 90s slander over here. It is nothing but absolute love for the Steelers all-time sack leader, baby. You feel me? Ain't nothing but big love for 9-0, man. So, yeah, we don't do any of that over here.
The one thing I will say I was wrong about with TJ was whenever he was due for the big contract. I was questioning.
He said he ain't want to pay him 30. You did say that.
Yeah, I thought ultimately I was like, I think you do the deal.
Let him leave before you pay him 30.
I never said that.
I
said ultimately you do the deal because you're having Ben come back for this 2021 season.
Deke said pay Ben 30. Don't pay TJ 30. He did. I
might have said that.
It was in that range.
I might have said that, but that was a different conversation. In terms of just paying TJ, I was just questioning, do you allocate that much money to a non-quarterback? Because
it's TJ freaking Watt,
it's never been done in Steeler franchise history. There was a certain percentage of the cap that went to TJ that we've never done before.
Have you ever seen a TJ freaking Watt?
Well,
have you seen a TJ freaking Watt?
That was the year he went off for 22.5.
This is the defensive player of the year.
I was wrong.
As much as we love Seven doesn't have that individual thing just yet, but now Seven got them Super Bowls, and that's the one thing TJ don't got just yet.
Yeah,
but they both freaks, man.
TJ doesn't have the greatest pass in NFL history.
Dang. Cold-blooded. All right. Somebody says the helmet catch, though.
That was the great. No.
Somebody says the helmet catch. They be like, it was the helmet. That
was straight
they
luck.
like that, and because it was against the undefeated Patriots and all that other stuff. Some people say it's that. Well, I'm just reporting the news. That's you know.
No, I think my ultimate take on the TJ contract was no, you do pay him. You ultimately
Just
get
under
you
30.
get the deal done. I was like, I would like it under 30.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, just pay him whatever he wants. I'm like, I don't know if I'm cool with
I
that
was
being a
on paying him
non-quarterback.
whatever he wants because he is TJ freaking Watt, man. It's TJ
And
Watt, bro.
yeah, I think he came in around 29 something, and they got the
That was
deal
like
done.
28,
And
yeah.
he's outplaying that contract.
Oh, it's not even close.
He's outplaying
not even
that
close.
contract. He's here on a bargain.
Come on, bro. That's why it's TJ freaking Watt, man. You pay that man. Pay that man his money. And they said you a fence jumper. That's crazy, man.
Not at all.
Nah, man. Deke be solid, man. Deke, he stand on it, man.
Not at all.
Unless it's Jonathan Taylor.
I'm trying to do what's best for the team here.
Yeah.
7 was best for the team. Kenny Pickett is best for this team. Pickens is best for this team.
Who was better for the team? Would have been TJ or 7 during that time frame?
Give 7 some help. Give 7 some help and let him cook. Give 7 some help with TJ's contract. And see what happens. Give 7 an O-line and give him Pickens and whatnot and see what happens. We could draft who's an edge rusher that was coming out around that time? Michael Parsons.
Boy, won't no way we finna get Michael Parsons. Boy, stop it. He's just gonna casually sub out TJ for Michael Parsons. Boy.
And then give 7 a line. Give 7 a line and
how was we gonna
give
do
him
all
a
that?
coordinator.
We was gonna do all of that and get Michael Parsons?
Trade up. Trade up. If you're giving me the time machine to do it, I'd trade that whole draft for Michael Parsons then. Give 7 free agency help with the O-line.
Yeah.
Make sure we get Pickens in the next draft. I think Ben left. We got Pickens in that draft. Yeah. So we figured it out.
All right.
Although Parsons wasn't in that draft, so I don't know how we're getting Parsons.
I'm
Who was the best edge rusher in last year's draft?
Last year, remember Tyree Wilson went early, but he been struggling over there in Vegas right now.
No. I'm saying the draft before.
Oh, that was the cat that went to Thibodeau and Hutchinson. They went super early. Hutchinson went what? 2 overall, 3 overall. He cooking too. I like his. He be dissing.
There's got to be another guy you could have got later.
Getting it, bro. Yeah, I'm trying to figure who's. Yeah.
There's another guy we could have got later, maybe.
Okay. It's got to be somebody else.
Yeah, instead of drafting Pickett, then you're drafting an edge rusher in the first, and then you get Pickens.
You want
our
offense without Pickett? Or
because we have Ben.
Pickens. You said without Pickens.
No, without Pickett.
No. I'm saying I thought you said without Pickens, but you said Pickett.
We get
Pickens.
We get Pickens.
We get Pickens in the second.
We get Pickens in the second round. We draft an edge rusher with our first round pick. There you go.
And we was gonna revamp the offensive line all that offseason while paying $730.
He'd take a Brady or Breeze deal, like 20, 25 or something.
Okay, that still don't. We still short.
No, because then we're not paying an edge rusher big time money. We got a rookie.
But you say he's getting 25. TJ was getting 28. There's only $3 million difference.
We figured it out.
You said revamp O-line. You said we drafted pass rusher in the first round. When we revamped the offense line, then with $5 million, $3 million. It not even $5. It's $3 million.
Omar knows how to do it. He knows how to make the money work.
I'm with you.
But that would be the plan. Like if we had the fork in the road scenario in 2021 of Big Ben versus TJ. And here's the thing with you're trading TJ, you're getting picks and stuff.
Yeah.
If you think about it that way.
This is true.
We got extra draft picks. Maybe you draft an O-lineman or 2.
Yeah.
It's there.
Respect.
It's there if there was a time machine.
Respect.
But no, we're here now. It's this is Kenny's squad, and we go forward. Let's go, UW. James Harrison being humble AF about him not thinking he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
I did see that, man.
I agree.
He's super humble with that. Man, Debo definitely has a Hall of Fame worthy career, man, where he is going to be in the convo 100%. He has the highlighted plays. He has the individual statistics. He has the individual accolades. In terms of why nationally it's going to be viewed differently, it starts with the 100 sacks. When we talk Hall of Fame rushers, traditionally, that is the magic number. you have to have 100+ sacks as a outside linebacker, DN type, to be viewed as that. Now, Debo's argument is the defensive player of the year, the scariest man in the NFL, one of the greatest plays that we've ever seen in Super Bowl history, multiple Super Bowl champion. Those are the things for him that are going to all be in his corner. Kind of like when we talk Hines Ward, right? And we bring up, man, Hines Ward is not only a 2-time Super Bowl champ, he's a Super Bowl MVP. And how we view that and how we present that as, arguments for Hines. It's going to be the same with Debo. But that's the big knock, or why people are going to, ultimately argue against him getting in early, is the 100-sack mark. Just throwing it out there. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? Don't shoot the messenger, because I want my dog get. You know how dope it'd be to be like, bro, I done had Troy, he in the hall. 7, he about to get in that hole, and then on top of that, we throw in Debo, and then TJ coming up next, okay? And I'm gonna wait.
TJ might already be a Hall.
And I'm gonna wait on Cam, because I'm like, Cam, you just keep doing what you do. Now for Cam, it would have been way better if he could have just had the Steelers all-time leading sack just for like a day, or like a quarter, or like a series. It's not ever gonna happen now because of TJ. He had his best chance week 1, so yeah, but he's still going to be one of the ones that's going to have a similar convo. I think for Cam, though, Super Bowl will help him majorly. Because right now, he has the All-Pros, the Pro Bowls. He doesn't have the Aaron Donald or J.J. Watt depot. And then when you're talking his numbers, he's flirting. He has a ton of sacks. Not 100, but for an interior guy, he's up there. But the thing they're going to look at after that is say, okay, well, if you don't have the depots, what was your postseason like? Did you go on dominant runs? Do you got any kind of like a Fletcher Cox? Like Fletcher has numbers, but Fletcher also has the Super Bowl run and big plays while winning it. So those are some of the things where you just kind of view in terms of how the argument goes and stuff like that. Very similar to the wide receivers, though. When you think about it, wide receivers and edge rushers, man, it's going to get real congested as this thing goes on. I mean, because think about the guys that are already coming out. Julius Peppers, right? Dudes like that, man. Eventually you're going to get the next wave of your Khalil Max and stuff. You still have, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank on my man's. DeMarcus Ware. That was the one he just went in. Still got guys like Elvis Doomerville out there who got way, in terms of numbers, their
like,
numbers
no joke, just
Terrell
knee-jerk
Suggs.
reaction, not looking at the stats or anything. I'd take James Harrison over Khalil Mack.
Okay.
I mean, if we're talking that 5-year stretch and just the peak of peaks, James Harrison hit that. And here's my thing. The NFL is getting a little bit more lax with who they're letting in.
Okay.
A lot of the guys over the last 2-3 years, in terms of their resume, I would argue James Harrison has an equal, if not better, resume in terms of Pro Bowls, all pros, and all that.
Yeah.
And then plus he has one of the greatest plays in NFL history, Super Bowl history.
Nah.
Super Bowl, actually 2 Super Bowls. The one, I don't know if you want to count as much because he was more of a special teams guy.
Counts.
Yeah, I mean, you go on Pro Football Reference, it says 2-time Super Bowl
You're
champion.
a Super Bowl champion, bro.
So you add all that, and the fact that they got Terrell Davison off that 4-year stretch too. Yeah. Debo has his 5-year stretch. I just think with how the NFL Hall of Fame is shifting and starting to let dudes in that I don't think would be as deserving in the past, maybe 10, 20 years ago. I think James Harrison definitely deserves to be in. I'd say the same thing about Hines Ward.
He's going to be in the convo. DeMarcus where he got in. DeMarcus has the numbers. Debo still is going to be in that convo, though, man. The same way we say Hines Ward is in that convo, you're not saying that they're not in this convo. We're just simply saying when we got to split hairs because it's not like they have an unlimited number that goes in every year. We know it's a very, very small. I believe 5 they do each year? Around that?
I'd have to check.
Yeah. But whatever it is, it's not a big number. So that's why it be so tight like that. Yeah. Trust me, man. I want all the dudes to get in. I love them. But
I'm telling you
that's how they split hairs, though, bro.
The resume of some of these dudes they're letting in right now, I'm laughing about. I'm Hines and James Harrison need to get in now if you're letting these guys in. Yeah.
I mean, Debo
I could go through the names, but I mean, I don't know if I want to waste your time or not right now.
Man, you're not wasting my time. Like I said, man, I'm not against any of them dudes. All right, he said he is ready, so let me go ahead and call him up. All righty.
Let's do it.
Well, I'm glad I pulled back up and checked. I was tripping. I was like, man, he about to hit me. All right, Deke. It's by that time, huh? Know what they say?
Yeah.
All right, by that time there, let's call him up. I might need to say this number. Okay. All right. See, I wasn't planning on dialing today. Yo, what's the word, baby? What is the word?
What's up, Mo?
Man, all love, baby, all love. I'm going to do a quick intro for you real quick, man. Then after that, we're going to talk, baby. But definitely appreciate you once again, though, man, taking some time to, hop on with us this morning, man.
No, it was about that time, you heard me?
Man, let's go. You already know. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, man, we are joined right now by a true Steelers legend, man. This guy came into the league in 2003 when he was drafted in the 4th round, 125th pick overall out of the University of Louisiana. Then from there went on to be a 12-year vet, all here in the black and gold, where he was a 2-time Super Bowl champ. And when you're talking Steelers greats, when you're talking all-time great corners for this team, he gonna be in that convo. Ladies and gentlemen, Ike Taylor, man. First off, man, how have you been, bro? It's great. It is great to actually talk to you right now, man.
Mo, I've been good, staying busy, Mo. Now I just jumped into the scouting game with the Pittsburgh Steelers. My son is sitting in his junior year in high school. He's highly recruited, so he's winding down on the schools he's doing. Still got a little real estate going on with Will Gate.
Let's go.
Yeah, so we doing that. Got a cigar line as well.
Let's go.
Cigars.com. So
really, hey, say that website again. Say the website again for the
where can I get these cigars at?
Because I always see you post something with your cigar, and I'm like, it look fire. It look good.
Yeah. So you can go to howardgcigars.com.
howardgcigars.com. All right, definitely gonna tap in with that then, man.
Yeah, so I got a Sumatra, I got a Connecticut. So I got two different kinds. I got an in the morning smoke and I got an afternoon smoke. So just go to howardgcigars.com and check them out.
Let's go, man. I like that, baby. I like that. Now shoot, man. This year we got a chance to see the young guy, young JPJ, Joey Porter Jr. get drafted, join the squad, and take on your number 24. Man, talk a little bit about what that was like for you, though, man, just in terms of him joining his team and ultimately, man, him taking on your number as well.
Man, so, I always feel like number 24 was always the least number. Any number other than the Mean Joe Greens, the third Bradshaws, or the Troy Palomalus, man, we just leasing in the big bands. We just leasing them
talk
numbers,
that
right?
Talk, baby.
But at the same time, Mo, man, I just look at it like an honor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that I didn't really know. I've been around JP Jr., but I didn't really know JP Jr.
because he's so like young, that. Yeah.
Real young. So the first thing when he said number 24, he wanted 24 in honor of Uncle Ike. I said, man, that's all his daddy at the house. Yeah. So all them conversations Joey Porter Sr. was having, we got a dog at corner named Ike Taylor. I'm telling you, we got this young pup named Ike Taylor. Peasy talking to his homeboy, like I'm telling you, we got this young boy named Ike Taylor. He locked down. So Ike Taylor my name just kept coming up. And I'm looking, and when he said he wanted my number, I said, in honor of me, I said, oh, let's start it at the house. You know them pillow talk conversations.
Come on, bro. You know what it is.
It could have went two ways.
You were the best corner in the NFL in his eyes.
Let's go, bro.
So I just nod my hat off to Peasy, because I guess Peasy was talking me up so good, whether it's around his family members or his homeboys. And his son was like, man, who the heck is 24? Right. Then once he started watching me play, he was like, you know what? I'm a rock with him. Then we wind up drafting him. Yeah. He was like, you know what? In honor of my Uncle Ike, I'm gonna rock that 24. So I just thought it started at the crib, and that was with Peasy. So man, I'm very appreciative of that, Mo.
Nah, respect on that, man. Major love on it.
Now, with you being a part of the Steelers scouting department, did you have any inside intel for that first pick in the second round? Did you know it was going to be JPJ? Like, it was locked up, no question?
No, that's above my pay grade.
Let's go.
They give me the players. They ask my opinion. I got to grade them. I gotta put it in computer. I gotta put it in computer. I gotta talk. I gotta talk in front of them about it, whether it's the GM, the owner, or Coach T and a position coach. So they just give me the players, that they like on their list. I watch tape. I evaluate them, positive, negative, a summary on and what round I think they might go, or if I think they're still or not. So when it came to JP Jr., when it
Okay.
came to JP Jr., I was, that he was always on the list, but when you want to talk about owners, GMs, and coaching style, man, that's way above my pay grade. But I'm glad we got him.
What are you looking for? You said, are they a Steeler or not? What are the things you're looking for with that?
Said, do we got that dog in him? Do we got the dog in him?
Yeah, so a Steeler, whether we draft you or not, we always gonna look at you like, oh yeah, he could have played with us. You feel me? So when you look at a Steeler one is somebody who's unselfish, care nothing about themselves. It's all about the team, because that's what it really boils down to.
Talk
Two,
that talk.
two,
Talk that talk.
two. You gotta love football. You can't like it. And to love football, it has a lot of variations on what you need to do to become a Steeler, or are you a Steeler? So you got to play violent. You got to play violent.
Put
That's
your
all
face
football
in the
is.
fan, Ike. Put your
Got to put
face in
your
the
face in
fan.
the
Come
fan,
on,
Mo.
man.
You already know. So you got to be unselfish. One, two, you got to be violent. Three, you got to love your teammates more than you damn near love yourself.
Boy,
Because
that's
you're gonna be asked to do some things you don't really want to do, and we call playing outside their body. You feel me? So that's what it was. Mo played with us for a long time. He knew what time it was. Like, it was a brotherhood.
no respect. All
We
love.
can't we can't that's all it was love in that locker room. That's all. Like, from competing competing to, like, you we everything we did, we competed. Whether it was ping pong, whether it was shuffleboard, whether it was pool, whether it was flipping the coin to the edge of the curve,
Talk that
whether it
talk.
was baseball, whether it was card playing, whether it was Call of Duty at one time. That's what it is, being a Pittsburgh Steeler, man. You just got to be the super competitive, but you got to have that. You got to have that. You got to leave that ego at the dodo, and leaving that ego and that pride at the door. That's what makes you become a Pittsburgh Steeler. Somebody who's very physical, love organized violence, super competitive. It comes with no ego. That's a Pittsburgh Steeler, and we're going to hold each other accountable. And you gotta have thick skin when you walking into that locker room. Because when your brother feel like you ain't playing right, he's saying it because he cares. He's not saying to try to hate on you.
If he
And
love
you
you, he
gotta
gonna say
understand
it.
the difference. Yeah,
Absolutely.
tough
Absolutely.
love, bro. I love y'all. That told me plenty of times, like, come on, bro. I love you. I need you. I need you this game. I need you to step up. And just to hear it coming from your teammates, man, it just make you play outside your body with
Facts,
that.
bro. Facts. Facts. Let's go, man. No, loving that right there, man. Now, you did say, talking a little bit about you joining the scouting department. If you could, though, what led you to that decision? Because we know when guys retire, we kind of go all type of ways. Obviously, I'm doing media. We see some guys completely disappear. But for you, like I said, man, to get back in that capacity, what inspired that for you?
I was doing that while I was playing. So I always want to go into it. You feel me? So I always wanted to be a GM. Now that I see what a GM was, I'm gonna fall all the way back, and I wouldn't mind being like the director of college scouting, because that GM is a whole nother level. So
That's
listen, so
so
I ain't even
funny.
trying that, but I was doing that as an active player. I was going up to the meetings, sitting in the meetings, writing down notes, sitting there on draft day, in there on draft day. Now, I sat in there on draft day one time, and they politely told me in a grown man way, get the F out. And I was like, dang, they about to draft a cornerback. They wound up drafting the cornerback, and they said, now you can come back in. And I was like, you dirty dog. Y'all just could have let me in on that one. It didn't matter. But now I
Like it was gonna
always
make a difference because you was out the room versus you come.
yeah, it
We
ain't
ain't
gonna
doing it in
make no
your face. We could do it behind your back. Don't worry about it. All right. With all due
yeah,
respect, though, Hey.
yeah, it ain't gonna make no difference. He gonna be in my room anyway. Y'all might as well see. Let me be the first to see what he look like. You feel me? But no, I always had an eye for it, man. That was always my love, my passion. Wanting to be a scout, man. So I'm glad and Coach T and Mr. Rooney, put me on.
Nah, respect, man. And shoot, when you talk about a guy that has an eye for that, man, and a dude that did it at a high level for a long time, I mean, you the perfect type of guy for this, man. So I love to even hear that you that involved and that in depth with it, man. Salute you.
Can you give us? Go ahead.
I appreciate you.
Can you give us your take on the Steelers cornerbacks right now? Just the state of the union, because fans are wondering if Pat P's washed. We're wondering if Levi Wallace still got it. Should JPJ get more playing time? So what is your, I guess, just overall assessment of the cornerbacks these first 3 weeks?
Man, they say picks come in bunches and it's getting contagious around them.
Oh, you see here.
So Levi done had 2, Pat done had 1. So I'm sure DeMonte Casey, we ain't even let Minka warm up yet. Once Minka get the warming up, it's a wrap. Keanu O'Neal. So it's a lot going on in that backfield. You just like, as soon as that kitchen is hot, man, you got to let them boys and that rotation going on. So don't forget, man, JP is coming in slowly but surely, playing the team's best receiver.
I mean, he had an expanded role last week, yeah.
Yeah, on third down. So that's saying a lot about what how the coaching staff feel about JP Jr. But at the same time, ain't no rush to put him on the field. I thought Levi had a heck of a training camp. He just don't get talked about, enough. But if you ask, George Pickens, if you ask, Deontay, if you ask Kevin Austin, who's probably the most fundamentally sound corner our group, they're gonna say Levi. So that's just what it is. I think the group as a whole is super deep, especially at that safety position. I think the coaching staff right now is doing everything right when it comes down to like giving him sample size and Joey Porter Jr. week in and week out and not trying to force the issue, So as long as they can stay healthy and that rotation going, I think the safeties ain't even warm up yet. Our safeties ain't warm up yet. And once they get to warming up, it's a wrap. So three turnovers last game. We'll see if that continues. But as far as like the secondary and cornerback position, I think they doing the perfect thing for JP Jr. on sample size of him week after week. And sooner or later, man, this time will come to start, but ain't no rush to start because once you start, you don't want to get back on that bench. So
boy, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
Yo, I wanted to go back in time real quick. 06, you were the guy. This is after you got a pretty big contract too, but Cowher benched you in the middle of the season. What did that feel like? And then how did you ultimately bounce back? Because you became you were our lockdown guy for those like mid to late 2000s and like those Super Bowl teams and everything. So can you take me through that and just the story and your mentality through that whole situation?
Man, back against the wall. At the time I probably wasn't playing up to the Pittsburgh Steelers expectation. I think all people other than quarterbacks, your Hall of Fame quarterbacks, but it's just so easy to sit a corner because we're so out there alone on the island. You feel me? But at the same time, you got to protect the corner as well. So, just going through a funk. And for me, it really wasn't a funk for me. Like, okay, you'll have a few bad games. And when Coach Cowher did that, it won't no beef for Coach Cowher. Coach Cowher just got to do what he got to do. He the head coach. He got to make them executive decisions. Now for me, I'm like, okay, I'm back to square one. So my teammates want to see how I bounce back, So it was just a matter of a couple of weeks wind up bouncing back. I think I caught a pick against the Carolina Panthers that time when I did come back. But at the same time, man, that was just part of it. But I won't trip it, man. I ain't never tripping, man. That's just how I go sometimes, and I just roll with the flow. But I ain't never folding. So you just come back on Monday, come and practice. You got a feeling this gonna happen. You feel me? You catch your instincts, your spider senses. Gonna be like, man, as soon as you walk into the building,
it feel weird today.
yeah. As soon as you walk into the building, your spider senses just like click on you, like, okay, this gonna be one of them days right here. Yeah. So, but you just roll with it. You don't let it get to you. That's what I love about professional sports. It was the transition was so easy going into the corporate world because every year you have to protect your job, and in the corporate world, you can once you get to a certain status, you can kind of relax.
Yeah, there is no competition. So, there's no threats.
Yeah, ain't really no competition. Yeah. So picture somebody they drafted another, Mo every year,
Yeah.
to come replace you,
Mm-hmm.
a smarter, good looking, cheaper Mo every year. Like we so accustomed and used to that. It's like,
It's
dang,
second
y'all don't
nature
do
to
this in the
us.
corporate world.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all don't do this in the corporate world. Nah.
Y'all don't have
So
an NFL draft just for media people, just for this?
yeah, like
That would be
y'all don't
funny.
do
Like, come
that.
on,
So
man.
the transition in the corporate world, the transition be so easy because we're super competitive. So we make everything in the corporate world really like
Uh-huh.
we really have a standard. We
Yes.
really have a
Yes.
standard, and we really have a standard, and we make everybody else better because all we know is I got to look behind my shoulder
Uh-huh.
because next year they bringing somebody else in, so I got to handle my business each and every year. You know how sharp you got to be because you know a draft coming and they looking to replace you.
A
You know
newer
how sharp
model, a
mentally.
younger model every year.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's mental. That's mental sharpness. We've been playing football since we was babies. If you made it to the NFL, so the physical part ain't nothing. But I'm talking about the mental part of knowing every year they trying to replace you. Says how mentally strong you are as a person. So once we get into the corporate world, when things look bad in the corporate world, it's like, dang, we figured that out at halftime. It take y'all that this long to figure it out.
That's real, man. That is real. But I like it though. I like it, man. Now, I did want to ask you though, because you hinted to it earlier, man, talking about your son and him being on the recruiting circuit. Every time I look up, I'm like, man, he got an offer from this squad, Notre Dame. All right, I see him in the Arizona State uniform. If he needs a school, in Virginia, James Madison University could definitely use him if he's
I
interested.
got
I
you,
just want
bro.
just want to throw
I
that out there as well. I'll make some phone calls. I know some people over there. All right.
Nah, you
I
gotta go to
got you,
Pitt.
bro, for sure.
But
Stay home. Go to Pitt.
but just talk about what has that experience been like for you, man. Just being able to have your son on the recruiting circuit, man, playing ball in, just the contrast between what you were getting recruited in, actually now watching your son do it.
Yeah, man. It's I was a walk on, Mo. I only played, I walked on my sophomore season playing running back my junior year, wind up playing cornerback 1 year my senior year. So all this brand new to me.
Let's
But
go,
I
man.
tell my son, I said, man, you giving pops an experience I never had.
Wow.
You feel me? Like I never went through this. I never went to no Tennessee, no USC, no Texas A&M, no
Mm-mm-mm.
Clemson, no LSU, no Pitt, no
Yeah.
Notre Dame, no Louisville. Like you sending me to all these schools, so I feel like I'm living my dream out
Let's
through you.
go, man.
So
Let's
I
go.
just I just tell them all the time, like, bro, I'm really appreciative of what you're able to do for me, even though you probably think it's nothing. It's a lot for me, to able to go on a recruiting visit. Even though I'm way past my time, but at
Yeah.
least I got them kind of memories. So
And
my
it's a
son is
different
super humble.
experience. Yeah, it's definitely
It's
a
it's,
different
it's a
experience, man.
total it's a totally different experience, Mo. It's a totally different experience. So he was like, Dad, you gave me the NFL experience, so I'm gonna give you the college experience. That's how I swap.
Man, let's
So I
go.
appreciate that.
I love that
Yep.
for both of y'all, man. Like seeing y'all do that, man. It remind me of watching even with Big PZ and Lil JPJ. I'm like, man, this is like full circle almost, man. So hopefully in a couple years we'll be coming back through and be like, yo, man, now your little man on the squad, baby. What's up? So that's how we're gonna do it, baby. That's how we're gonna do it.
Man, Lord willing, you already know, man.
Mm-hmm.
If it's in God's will, that's exactly how we try to plan it out to be.
No, big facts, man. Big facts.
Now it's pretty out there that you had a good relationship with Dan Rooney, DMR. How would you describe that relationship with him, and like what or like how did you build that relationship with him? How did you develop that?
Man, DMR just like took a liking to old Ike Taylor, but the conversations was really never about football. It was always about, you know, um, in a jokingly manner with Pawpaw Rudy, man, like, dang, Pawpaw, mama gonna let you walk out the house with them high pants, like
Hey,
all that
yo,
money you can't
let's
do.
go.
So it was just like a start of like, you don't like my pants? It's like, Pawpaw, I don't really like them, but I gotta get you some Taylor. I gotta get you
So-
some Taylor pants, the old briefcase. You feel me? He got the old briefcase going. I wound up buying him a new briefcase. So it was like the small things him and I used to talk about and do for each other. And then the love was just unbelievable. So I know a lot of my teammates, they used to call me Ike Rooney.
Yeah.
And what really verified that, fellas, was, when Papa passed away, and I went to the funeral, and I'm asking where my teammates at,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "Nah, this family."
Yeah.
And that's when I broke down. I'm like, dang, he really did feel a certain way about a Ike Taylor. Then, when Mr. Art at the time, he called me, he was like, "I know my dad wanted you to be one of the pallbearers."
No.
And I'm like, "Me?" He was like, "Yeah, you and the 7 grandkids, y'all gonna be pallbearers." So, and then when I get to the cathedral, and I see
And bro, that
President
thing was
Barack Obama
crazy.
at the time.
Yeah.
I see Jimmy Jones, Robert Kraft at the time, and then on the third row, I see all the legends, the Mean Joe
Seriously.
Green, and they sitting behind me. All these people sitting behind me. I'm like, man, all these Hall of Fame, all these important people sitting behind me, man. This dude must really took a liking to this Ike Taylor. I said, this really was official.
No, facts, bro. Facts.
So and that's what, and really that's when it hit me, when I was walking up with the family in the cathedral, the church, man, and I'm seeing all these important people and people I admire and still a grace, but all of them behind me. And when they saw me in front of them, everybody heard the rumors like, "Oh, that's Ike Rooney." But when they actually saw it on that day, they was like,
it's
"Oh, that
official.
really is Ike
It's
Rooney."
official, bro.
That's
But
wild.
it was just the love, One day I was super tired, burning the candles on both ends of the stick, had practice, and I used to always go up there just to say hi to Paw Paw. I wound up falling asleep talking to Paw Paw. Paw Paw went and told Mr. Art to go home, get out his office so he can use his office, close the door, and let I continue to stay asleep. Now, when I woke up, that scared wake up, like you wake up, you don't know where you at. So I woke up, it was like 6 o'clock at night. You feel me? But I woke up and we talked about it the next day. And then, another time, man, like, my contract was coming up, and I wanted like 500,000-600,000 more. They didn't want to give me the 500,000 or 600,000
They were trying
more. Like,
hardball you, man. They be trying. That's what they're gonna do on the front end.
yeah,
They gonna do it on the front end now. Yeah.
Yeah, so they said, Papa, because this coming from somebody else. Papa was like, "Look, we giving like this. We're not giving him nothing else." And I wind up walking up though. So I said, "Papa, I like for real, like, Papa, you really can't give me the 5 or 6 more. Like, this is what I do." And I broke down everything I did. Like, y'all asked me to play the best receiver. This was the best receiver not doing against us. Y'all asked me to break down and come and hit and tackle. Ain't no other corner coming up and tackle like me on the run support. Like, this what y'all gonna do? I don't miss games. So
You're available.
You want what you want me to do? I'm always available. They say as soon as I left, he called Omar, like, "Oh man, get a man 500,000 or 600,000."
Let's go, man. Let's go.
And so it's just like the man just took a real live liking towards me, man. So I was always felt like, God has put me around a few angels on earth. That's Dick LeBeau. That's Jim.
Shout out to Deke. Absolutely.
Yeah. So man, that's just what it is, bro. So yeah, that was our relationship, man. Sometimes I still call his phone to keep it 100 with y'all.
No, facts.
You feel me? So that's just what it is to this day. But I'm always Bill Rooney.
No, I swear. Love that, man. Love that.
Hey, now you were just talking about a bunch of the Steeler legends. What is your Steelers Mount Rushmore? Who's on it? 4 guys.
Uh-oh.
Me and Joe Green won because he started all this.
Respect.
Mel Blunt too.
Oh, okay. Okay, now you talking. Let's go.
He changed the rules.
Let's go. I love it.
I can't keep having no corner, no 6'4"
talk your
country
talk.
corner coming from Louisiana, slamming all these receivers and they can't get off the ball. Like he the one why they changed the rules. So me and Joe Green, I'm a Mel Blunt that thing. Then after Mel, I gotta go. I gotta go with my dog, Troy Polamalu.
Oh, TP. Okay.
Yeah, like
have you on the defense. You have you on the defense right now. All right. Let's go.
Yeah, I gotta go with TP, man. TP.
Let's go.
Troy. I mean, we call him Baby
You
Jesus
know
for a
what time
reason.
he on, man.
Yeah, you already know, man. How you gonna mix? How you gonna mix Baby Jesus with a Tasmanian devil to
Come
get a
on,
Troy
bro.
Polamalu?
That hair come
For
down, it's
real.
a wrap. You know what it is.
Oh, you know what time it is. He transformed into somebody totally different once he put the head out.
Swear.
Um, and in the third, I got it. I mean, the fourth, I gotta give it to seven.
There
There
it
it
is.
is. There it is. All
Yeah,
That was
right.
the one
seven.
I was looking for.
Yeah, seven. I don't think people understood how
Talk
athletic
about
seven
it.
was, man.
Talk about it,
Bro, you
bro.
play seven in basketball, he gonna outshoot you.
Facts.
You play the man in golf, he gonna out golf you.
Facts.
He just so happened to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. So that's just that's just what it is. If if you want to give me five,
Yeah, throw in an honorable mention.
man, you got to put AB in there.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to put
You
for like
okay?
a 6 year run. If you had a 6 year
Okay.
run, ain't nobody. AB was playing better than quarterbacks
Bro,
as a
AB was
receiver.
filthy. You know what time
For
AB
like
was on.
six,
Filthy,
yeah,
bro.
about 6 years,
Yeah.
6 years. And everything he do off the field, man, you just gotta let that. You gotta let it roll out. Like they ain't even him. You just gotta tell yourself they ain't even the AB I know. I ain't even
That
tripping
ain't
on
the
that.
same AB, bro. That
Yeah,
ain't the
I
same
don't even
one.
know that
That
dude.
ain't the
Yeah, I
same
don't
one,
even know
bro.
that dude. But as far as like on the field, ain't nobody do it harder. Ain't nobody do it harder. So
No.
I will go with them five right there. You got the pioneer,
No.
and Mean
Mean
Joe who
Joe.
started
No.
everything. You got a cornerback who changed the whole rule for the whole NFL.
Mel Blunt,
You got
respect.
you got a certified safety instinctively. Like it's just some things you
Baby
just can't
Jesus.
coach.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Jesus, and seven.
That guy.
Seven was yeah. At the time, only seven can be a Pittsburgh Steeler because the rules were so
Swear.
towards the defense. Like seven play hurt so many games. Like for real, I don't think people understood. How hurt he played and how many games he played hurt. Then they beat him at 84 man for a 6 year run. Ain't nobody do it at his position.
Swear.
So
Swear.
yeah, I would say them five right there, fellas.
Nah, I like that then, man. I like that. All right, so we got a couple more, man, before we, get up out of here for the morning. But I did want to know, since you've been retired and stuff like that, you had a awesome career. 12 years in this thing, 2-time Super Bowl champ, a ton of just accolades, right? But what do you say, or what would you say it is that you miss the most from your time playing?
The brotherhood. I don't
Mm-hmm.
miss the game. I miss y'all. Like I don't care. I
I
don't
don't
care
miss
nothing
the
about the
game. Yeah,
game.
I'm good on the game.
Yeah, I'm straight off of that, man. It's them sitting down.
Yo.
It's playing cards to 8 o'clock,
No.
9 o'clock at night at facility. Coaches coming downstairs with their game plan, telling us to be quiet. We just wanted to be around each other. You feel me?
No.
It's the going over James Ferrier Pot Dog House, get massages, watching Thursday and Monday night games at his crib because we just wanted to be around each other. It's the in the off season, having two or three tour buses and we all lining up and we going and having each other football camps for like a month and a half. That's
Let's
what I
go.
miss.
Let's go,
You feel
man.
me?
Let's
That's
go.
that's what I miss. Getting up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, coming to the weight room, and the music fast and loud, but we all getting it in. That's what I miss. I miss them training camps
Let's
where
go. Let's go.
you go into like a Tuman and Heath Miller room, and them boys got the Call of Duty TVs back to back, and we stand up to 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. That's what I miss. I
Let's
miss
go.
the
Let's
FIFA
go.
training camp tournaments. You feel me? Where we all got FIFA tournaments, and not only we talking about football, man, we talking about FIFA in these tournaments. So we getting everybody, involved. That's what I miss. I miss
Let's
them,
go.
man. You going to the Larry Foots and the JPZ rooms, and we stacking 4 or 5 beds because we call that WWE. That's what I miss. Like that's the kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff I miss. So hell with the game. The game blessed me a lot, but at the
Yeah.
same, I miss the moments with my boys.
I respect that right there. He said they call it WWE. Yo, wow. I love it.
What was the story behind the Swaggin' You intro?
Man, You know, I always put pressure. I always put pressure. There was always pressure when it came to them females, and a lot of them dudes just used to hate on me because they like, man, he's a walk on. Like, who is he? Don't nobody care about him. And this coming from like football players, basketball players, baseball players, track. Like, they just didn't like me at all. But young man was super savvy, super savvy. So when you savvy at it, man, that's just a gift God they gave me. So I couldn't. I'm like, man, don't be mad at me because I'm not a starter. But me and you talking to the same people. Like, I don't know. I don't even get why y'all mad at me. So one time, one young lady said, "Boy, you got nothing but swag." And from that point on, I said, "Shh, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that and run with it." Right there. So that's what it really came from. And to this day, I still get a little bit of it. So I don't really be tripping, man. It's just that phone sway when you walk into that room down like.
Let's go. You either got it or you don't, baby. Yeah, Ike for sure got that, man. I love it, baby. I love it. Now, the reason, we even were able to get you on and stuff like that, man, yesterday or day before yesterday, man, you had pulled up one of our clips, man. We were talking about the Steelers' all-time great cornerbacks, man. We're kind of debating where you were. I know I was putting you in that third range, and that's what the conversation was,
I might have snubbed you, I'll be honest. Did I? Where did I have him?
It was him and Joe Hayden. That was the debate for you. So either way, though, what I wanted to know from you, though, man, because you're heavily in every Steelers cornerback all-time convo. Where do you rank yourself among the Steelers' all-time great cornerbacks?
Yeah, so you got to go Mel, then you got to go Rod, then I take it after that.
There it is. Talk it.
So
there
Mel,
it is.
Rod, then it's, I don't think people understand, Mo. Man, you know how hard it is playing the team's best receiver.
All right,
I ain't talking about sitting on one side. I'm just gonna sit on one side.
Go follow that thing. Yo, Mary, that's your guy.
Yes, you know how hard it is. I'm talking about in the league, how hard it is because you gotta look at it when you playing the team's best receiver. Him and the quarterback gonna always have a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless of what defense we call, man, they can just look at each other and be like, "This is what we about to do." They ain't even got to say a word. So, but if Coach LeBeau and the coaching staff and Coach Kyle and Coach T, if they said I didn't have the team's best receiver, I was mad. So guys said they want the smoke. They don't really want it, man.
Oh, talk.
Hold me back.
He said, hold me back. Hold me back.
It can either checking the team best receiver can either lengthen your career or shorten your career.
Boy,
if you
ain't
think
that
you
the
that
truth.
guy. So I didn't make them my hamstring excuses. I don't make this. Matter of fact, I didn't play with broken thumbs, broken.
You done had a whole broke arm out there before. I didn't see the arm. Yeah, come on,
man. That's what I'm doing. I done broken forearm. Like, man, put me back on the field.
Straight
like, ain't
dog.
Nobody. But they say they don't miss you till you gone. So if you want to talk about the interceptions, I fell short a lot with interceptions for sure. But if you want to talk about a dog who's gonna shut down a receiver and come up and smack somebody and have a lot of attitude to do it, that's me.
Talk.
I get it. I get it, man. I totally understand. But by the end of the day, we still looking for Ike Taylor.
Hey, and if you run over there to Ike, y'all got Ike messed up right now. I'm just telling you right now. You don't run the ball over to Ike. You got him messed all the way up if you run over there to Ike. All right, that's what you got.
That's like I was so brave, man. Y'all linebackers brainwash me so bad. Like I thought coming up hitting was better than interception.
I try to smack something over there, man, and go talk about it.
For real. So you know how we used to get down, Mo, but yeah, it's all good. I put myself at 3.
I love
and this is no disrespect to no other Steeler great who came before me, but I would say Mel 1. Ride 2, and I slide myself at 3.
Respect.
Hey, what was the deal with the drop picks? Was it just like an in-stadium thing? Like the obvious answer would just be like hands, right? Or was it like concentration? What was it?
But that's a good question. Honestly, I don't even know, man. It's like, bro, you tripping. Then I used to come back to the sideline. in case of help, to be like, "Hey, do you want some of my hands?" Like Big Hemp be like, "Hey, you want something
Hey,
fine?"
son.
And I'm like, "Man, I ain't got time for this right now, bro. Don't leave me alone." So, to be honest with you, I don't know, probably the concentration, bro. Not looking that thing all the way in,
Mm.
all the way. You know, the eyes get cross-eyed when it get close to you. So that's what it probably was, the issue. But man, you know what? I'm cool off of that, and the reason why I say I'm cool off of that, my son is way better than his daddy, and he
Okay,
play he plays
okay.
he plays safety, so his IQ is higher, his hands are 10 times better, and he's way more aggressive, and he's super savvy. So it was a reason why I wasn't able to do all that because he got all that.
Mm.
So for him for
You were
him
just
to
paying it forward.
surpass
That's
me,
all. Yeah.
yeah, for him to surpass me, it ain't gonna be that bad. One thing I ain't gonna say about him is he can't catch it, heard me? So he pretty much got it down packed when it comes to that. It's just I don't know what it was, man. I guess it was a concentration, but
Yeah.
if I would have caught a fourth of them,
I
it would have been in the Hall of Fame. But
swear,
at the
swear.
same time, man, 1 year walk on coming from Louisiana Lafayette at the time, 12 years later, 2 Super Bowls. At one point in time, played the opposing team's best receiver. Just all attitude out there, man. I'm gonna take my life any day.
Yo.
So I ain't tripping.
Nah, respect, respect. And I always love how self-aware you were. At times you just be like, man, y'all know I can't catch, man. Chill out. Y'all know I can catch. And I'm like, you know what? I can respect that. It's a self-aware man right there. Cause you were absolute dog.
Not during the regular season for sure, but during the playoffs, let me go on and get that ball out you.
Need
And
that. Big facts.
I tell people all the time, like Pittsburgh ain't pay me for the regular season;
Mm.
they pay me for the playoffs.
Talk that talk.
So that's how I looked at it. That's how they looked at it. So when the playoff time come, man, that's when you want your stars running the show. So
Yo.
um, that's what I liked about it, though.
Nah, respect on that. Now, the last one I got for you, Ike, and like I said, man, you've been an amazing guest this morning, man. Everybody loving you, man. We love your energy. I got to talk to you about that welcome to the NFL moment. We get into that league and it finally hits you that I'm here, whether it's, that first check or it's, you facing the opponent and you like, bro, are you really doing me this bad right now? But whatever that moment was for you, when you finally realized that, you know what, man, I'm in the NFL now. If you could just talk about that welcome to the NFL moment.
Oh man, it would have to be man, training camp goal line. Training camp goal line. Oh, Coach Cowell. He'll run goal line all day if that was up to Coach Cowell, man. Training camp goal line with Coach Cowell. Who was playing running back? Bussy.
Ooh.
Bussy was playing running back, and it was down, around. It was a toss. It was a toss.
Oh, they getting it to the edge. Okay.
Oh, it was a toss. It was a tall sweep, and as soon as I saw Bussy come my way, I said they wanted to see if I can hit. I said, man, let me just run up in there. Let me run up in there full speed,
Oh
and
no.
see what this little body will do. Ran up in that thing, hit Bussy, and when I hit him, my body said, "Well, now what you doing, Ike?" And my mind said, "Let's go to heaven." Okay. And but I didn't get him down, but I stopped him with the help of 4 more other people scoring. And when I saw Bussy, after I was laying on the ground, so when I saw Bussy, and he stuck his hand out to me, and he was like, "Good hit, young buck." And I'm still seeing stars, and everybody else like hit me on the head.
Oh
Like,
no.
hey,
Oh no.
heck, they used to call me young buck, good hit, young buck. And I was like, okay, that's my welcome to the NFL moment. But if I gotta keep hitting guys who 250, who got twinkle toes and can run like that, man, this ain't gonna be a long career. So that's what Coach LeBeau told me. Deke was like, young man, make sure you start hitting these guys, them kind of guys, low. You can't be hitting them high because you need to preserve your body. But that put Bussy on that toss, I knew it. Once I saw Plex crack down on the outside, no, Hines crack down on the outside linebacker, I said, oh, they game playing this just for old Ike, Lord.
Ooh.
And I saw Bussy eyes get real big. I said, oh, man,
Let's go.
And that was my walk to the NFL moment for me.
No, I love that right there, man. Major love on that. Man, so once again, bro, this has been a awesome time, man. Just like I said, spending time with you this morning, man, catching up, and these stories, man, that you gave us, man. We wish you nothing but the best going forward. Keep killing it with the scouting. Wish little man nothing but the best. Like you said, if he needs a college to consider, James Madison University is the place for him. He can have whatever number he wants as well. Any number he wants, okay? If he want to wear 52, he could get that. Zero's definitely available, all right? Just throwing it out there, though. But yeah, man, like I said, keep being great at life, bro. And as always, man, we hit up again.
I appreciate y'all, boys, man. It was good talking to y'all.
Nah, respect, man. Major love. Peace.
All right, love. All right.
Shout out right there, man. The one and only Steelers legend, Ike Taylor. Spent some time with us this morning, man, chopping it up. Looks like we're about 11:21.
That was awesome.
Nah, it was, bro. Big facts.
What time you got to roll?
We'll do it this. Let's try to hard stop 35.
Just finish up with the supers. No picks.
So let's do this then. Because I want to do some matchups real quick, and then we'll do the preview. We'll be done with that by 30 at the latest, and then from there, knock out these supers and head out.
Sure.
Yeah. If we get to the picks, probably not the 30, but the interview was fire.
That was awesome.
Right? The interview was supposed. That's why we was gonna do it early because I knew we was gonna talk. So I'm like, but I'm sure they like the interview more than just us rambling.
I am Prime. Tell me that this isn't true. It says Ike Taylor Jr. equals Steeler.
I swear he does, bro. You watch him, I'm like, yo, that's just Steeler.
Well, we just know
he
it's
got
happening.
The frame, he's got the size,
we know
the
it's
bloodline.
Right? We already got Peasy Jr.
Come on, bro. You know what time it is. You know what time it is, man.
So that's gonna be a while though.
Yeah, he's a junior right now. He's going into his senior season.
Yeah, that'll be like 5 years down, 6 years down the line.
Maybe. But that'll mean JPJ be already an established vet then.
Okay.
So it works out perfectly, man.
Each one teach one.
Come on, man. You know what time
Peasy will be more established.
Come on, man. Yeah.
Circle of life with the Steelers organization.
Absolutely. But I'm not gonna take a long time, man, dropping some of these matchups real quick. But y'all hit that like button, man. If y'all did enjoy the Ike Taylor interview that we just had, man, hit that like button one time for the new people. Yeah, that's what we do, man. We talk to our guys. All right. So hit the subscribe button if you have not done that either. So that way you don't miss out. Upper Room members, y'all got our early access vid talking about the DBs and kind of what went wrong in the Devontae Adams play. But as a whole, y'all see, man, we drop a lot of content. So keep rocking with us. All right. But in terms of Texans, Steelers, obviously we talked strengths and weaknesses yesterday. Just talk some key matches to be aware of going into this game. First one, we're going to start with the one that I love the most, Kendrick Green. If he is out there, if he is starting again this week, Larry O, DeMarvin Leal, any of those guys that are matching up on him, that's got to be the one that we take advantage of. We've seen our D linemen talk about it yesterday or day before the interview where they said if we got to go through Kendrick, man, oh well. Like if he in the way, you know what time were you on. That has to be the matchup that we exploit if he's out there. If Kendrick for some reason does not stay out there, they put somebody else in, it instantly transitions to TJ versus George Fant, that right tackle, because that becomes the next just matchup that we circle and say, yo, we're going to kill this one right here. But George Fant is a better player than Kendrick Green right now, so that's why Kendrick takes priority. Next up, Will Anderson. Good, young, physical player, smart player. He's a pro. He plays like a true professional. Coming from Bama, you can see it. Dan Moore and Chooks. You're going to be matched up with him. He is not Max Crosby. He is not Myles Garrett. He is not Nick Bosa. He is a good player. He is not them. So he cannot look like them this week. If he doesn't look like them this week, we're going to score a lot of points. So we're going to feel real good about our offense. But it starts with that one in terms of protection. I feel like they should do well because he's not a speedy, twitchy guy. He's more power, skill, craftsman, like we talk about, more of a Matthew Judon than an explosive guy that can get out of a stance. After that third matchup, CJ Stroud, the young quarterback, is looking good. Good time, or at times makes really good decisions, but he's a young quarterback. At times he makes bad decisions, holds the ball a little bit too long. I anticipate us being able to pressure him a lot. And ultimately, CJ Stroud versus Minkah Fitzpatrick. Ike was talking about Minkah hasn't even got on the board in terms of interceptions just yet. This is the week. I thought Deshaun Watson was going to be that. He dropped the Watson pick, and ultimately Highsmith took it to the crib. This is the same scenario, but to a lesser extent because CJ Stroud isn't as good with the ball as Watson is just yet. So I do feel like that's going to be one where we're able to take advantage of that and ultimately get a turnover. Minka, when he's that low hole defender, watch for that, all right? Then after that, man, the fourth matchup, I'm looking at them Texans linebackers, Christian Harris, Denzel Perryman. And I watched how Travis Etienne took advantage of them and kind of hurt them in space with his speed. Running the ball, yes, but as a receiver as well. So you know I'm talking about Jaylen Warren. He don't got to be the starter. I know 22 is the guy. That's fine. Cool. But when Jaylen Warren is out there, these are the dudes that you're going to cook because you do what Etienne does. We know Najee and Etienne are polar opposites in terms of body type, in terms of style of play. So I'm not anticipating Najee be able to do some of the things that I was seeing Etienne do. But Jaylen Warren will be able to in terms of just the one-on-one in space, especially in the receiving element of his game. And then the last, matchup that I'm excited about or that I think we should all be, eager about is Kenny versus the Texans pressure package. I'm not worried about the Texans secondary. I feel like Kenny, with these receivers, the way he played last week, is going to be able to have plenty of success against this Texans secondary passing the ball. The thing that the Texans do well, though, is they pressure the quarterback. Sometimes they do it with 4. Other times they come with different blitzes. So if they're able to force you to play faster, they can get you to cause a mistake. Some of Trevor Lawrence's mistakes last week, part of it was with the pressure. Other parts was, all right, are you just making a bad play right here? It's just a bad flow for you guys as a whole. But a lot of that was from what the Texans were doing. Think about where they're coming from with their coach. D'Amico Ryan, where was he at prior to that? San Francisco. So think about how San Francisco does some of their stuff in terms of blitz packages, in terms of run fronts and things like that. It's similar with the Houston Texans, but not as talented. That's the caveat. So as long as Kenny is comfortable seeing it and we're protecting the way that we're supposed to, he will carve up this secondary. They aren't like the best guys are hurt right now. That's the other part. Their top corner right now, you can make a case of Steven Nelson. Stingley is on IR right now. You don't have to, and Steven Nelson, you're not necessarily fearing that either. It's not like we talking about you can't throw over there. We feel really good about this situation, but Kenny can't allow that pressure to affect him where he's looking at that and not attacking them boys downfield, because that is how the Texans have been, just staying around in these games. And ultimately how they beat Jacksonville was mainly from that pressure package, causing some of that stuff, man. So those are some of the matchups, though, that I had on my end. But yeah, bro.
Sounds good to me. I think you're pretty efficient with that. 11-28.
All right. So let's get a score prediction then, man. And after that, tap in with the whatever's remaining.
Sure. This is...
Because I know you got something for me. What you got for me, man? Talk your talk, Deke. Talk your talk.
This is just light work, man. What I say about the picks. They come in waves.
Yeah.
I'm saying the same thing about the multiple pass touchdowns for Kenny.
I love it. Trust me, I love it.
2+. I'm saying 3. Okay. I'm saying he got his first 2 last week. I think he gets his first 3 this week. This secondary, the Texans defense shouldn't be anything that scares us at all. Mm-hmm. Both running the ball and passing the ball. I think we start to get right in the ground game. Hopefully Najee looks good, man.
Najee will play well.
Hopefully Najee looks good.
The running game is going to be good. Trust me, I think the running game is going to be real good.
Obviously, Jalen's going to look good. He's been looking good all year, I think.
I think he has the better matchup. Christian Harris and Denzel Perryman are thumpers. Catch my drift?
Yeah. Pickens gets 100. Defense, like you said, I think we at least get 1 pick, and if it's Minka, that'd be awesome. Does Pat P get another one?
Unless you want to get JPJ one. He been getting action. He might see some takedown.
I think Pat P gets another one, weirdly. Right. I think Pat P and Minka. Yeah, 2 picks. This is just a dub. I think this is one could this be the first one we get, and how long? Where it's just
a clean
done
win.
by the third quarter, done by early fourth quarter.
That's how I feel, bro.
We drop 30, and they get 17. 30-17.
Okay. I like it, man.
Sorry, 30-13. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, 30-13.
Okay. Well, we both pretty much in the same capacity, man. I got us winning. I think we win going away. I have it 24-13. I think we do get multiple passing touchdowns again. I think the running game is a lot better. I think Najee looks better. I think we continue to see Jalen just do the little things that he does. But as a whole, the defense, I feel like, is going to take over like we've been seeing, because the big flaw for the Texans is their protection.
Yeah, Stroud is not going to have any time.
You can't protect. And regardless of what a Tank Dell is, and you know we love Tank Dell, we're fans of his game, you can't get him the ball like they want to, trying to block our front the way that they've been blocking. Now, if they come out here and they, block better, that'd be a different convo. But we haven't seen that on tape through these first couple of games just yet. And like we said, we know what Kendrick Green was while he was here, and he is starting there. And some people view that as an upgrade to their current situation. So, y'all know how we feel. I like it, though, man.
3-1.
I like it, man.
3-1.
Let's take care of business, man. We should be taking care of business, baby. And as I look through the, I'm not going to do a ton of the score predictions in the chat, but it does look like we are getting the dubs, man. 27-10, Steel City. LL says that. Tito Good Vibes had it 29-17 for the good guys. Troy Mason Jr. 31-3. Gavin Anthony 27-24 Steelers. 956 M Alligator 30-14 Steelers. Bink the Batuzzi also has JPJ potentially getting his first interception this week. All right. And Big Jinx says the same thing. They said a pick for JPJ would send Steeler Nation into a frenzy. You better believe it. It would absolutely be nuts. But I'm all for that, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. All righty then, man. All right. So,
super.
Yeah, power through whatever we can get through. But definitely hard 40. Hard 40 at the end of this. Actually, 35.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll see where we at 35.
Remix says, what's up, fellas? B-Day was on Tuesday. Nas and Wu concert in Brooklyn was fire.
Let's
I want to
go.
see Benton starting sooner than later. He's cooking something special.
Let's go. No, happy belated birthday to you. Hope you enjoyed it. And, yeah, Nas and Wu-Tang, bro, I know that was fire. Salute you. And, yeah, Keanu's going to continue to see more reps, man. When a dude is playing like how he's playing, both in the run game and in the pass game, you can't keep that off the field. But the beauty is he doesn't have a big money guy in front of him hindering him. So, just with time, he's going to continue to see more and more opportunities.
Tony Dell II, I saw our power ranking at 15. I think it's fair.
Yeah, we're in the right direction. Absolutely. And we started out slow when you think about that first week versus the Niners. So, of course, everybody might have overreacted one way or the other. But slowly but surely, we're getting right where we need to be. And once again, we come out of here with a victory this week, more than likely, we'll be feeling even better, going into next week.
Yeah, I've seen some people have us in the top 10.
No.
The coward.
Like, we're flirting around it. Mm-hmm.
Art Barley 18, to clarify, the story went people would wake Ike up at camp and challenge him to races. He never lost, roll out of bed in PJs and smoke everyone.
I mean, they said Ike T was a 419 hand time. So anytime you start talking 4.1s, that's a different type of speed, man. That's a really different type of speed. Regardless of if it was accurate or not, if worst case is 4.2, that's still a different type of speed. Way different type of speed, so, yeah.
I don't know who this is, but he says, I will be at the game on Sunday in
Troy
my
Mason
black
Jr.
and yellow.
Troy Mason
Watch
Jr.,
your Twitter feed. Anyone get out of line, it's going down.
Oh,
LOL.
no, Troy, don't. Hey, keep all hands to said self, but enjoy yourself. Turn up for the culture. You know what time it is.
AJ Martinez says, Sabotage 22. Jeez Louise, I will buy a Najee jersey if he gets traded. 22 was our entire offense the first 2 years. Put respect on 2-2.
Man, we're not saying that he wasn't a part of the offense and being extremely productive, but evolution is key. You either evolve or you perish. So part of his evolution is being hindered by other variables, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. But I'm with it, though, man. This is a bounce back. Not a bounce back week, but this should be a good week for him, honestly.
Zach Costanza, we need more Benton. He manhandled the Raiders.
Facts. I love his hand usage, man. Love his hand usage.
AJ Martinez says, bless you, Deke. I guess that's when I sneezed.
Yeah, bless you again, man.
Thank you. Who's this?
AJ Martinez, our best
says
lineman.
Our best linemen aren't even playing. Might be talking about Broderick.
I mean, he is the high pedigree guy.
Brian Lee, my girl's 21st birthday is this Saturday. Let's get that dub for her. Can y'all shout her out? Name's Haley. Appreciate what y'all do. Best podcast out here.
Shout out to Haley and the 21st Sunday. All right. Yeah, man. Salute Haley, man. Happy early birthday to her, man. Hope she enjoy herself. And shout out to you, Brian, as well, man. I like your energy, baby. I like your energy.
Ladarius Williams, are we really going to get rid of Najee before Canada?
All right, man.
Depending on this Jonathan Taylor trade package.
Kenny keeps looking good, that means Canada's life, expectancy extends. Kenny does not look good. He gets hotter and hotter. That expectancy shortens. So, yeah, there's a chance.
Brilla 92 says Ike swagging Taylor Bruni. Too underrated.
No, swear, bro. Swear.
Like, yeah, he's 3. You know what? I think at the time, maybe heat of the moment, Hayden's still on the team, made a Pro Bowl, whatnot, but he's 3. And I'm not just saying that because we had him on. He is 3.
I like it, man. I like it.
I Am Prime, just giving us some support here.
Shout out to Iron Prime. Iron Prime's been on heavy too today, man. We appreciate you from the heart, baby.
How you looking here?
We got it's only 3 left.
Okay.
Yeah, we got 3 left. So
Chase Grieve, Deke Moats, I just got to say, it's not Harris when you get 2 yards behind the line.
Yeah.
You can't do a lot unless your speed back don't give on Harris.
So, we agree. We are not saying that Najee is a bad player. We're simply saying that the way the offensive line is playing, he does not benefit playing behind it. Whereas Jalen just looks like he can make a little bit more out of the same scenario. At the end of the day, you still got to have better offensive line play. But if that is not going to improve, do you just stick with 22 because of the feelings? Or do you say this dude at least gives me a little bit more? That's all we talk about, baby. But I'm with you, though.
Tim Beckley, TJ meets CJ Sink. Rinse, repeat. Tuning in from the 319.
Nah, respect. And yeah, TJ going to see CJ a lot. And I'm excited about it.
Let's get you, Dub. Jake is back on the ice for the Pens after surgery.
Let's go, man. Salute, man. Salute. They got the Sabres. Is that tonight?
Rivalry game.
Stop it. Definitely not a rivalry game. But, yeah, man. That is tonight, though. So salute them dudes out there, man. Hopefully everybody is safe, okay? I'll just leave it at that. But that will do it for today's show. It was an absolute vibe. I hope each and every one of y'all enjoyed yourself, man. If y'all enjoyed the Ike interview, like I said, hit that like button once again. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. This is what we do, all right? But either way, y'all stay safe out there. We will be seeing y'all on Monday. And Space Talk will be after the game this weekend, man. So tap in, all right? But either way, we appreciate you. And until next time, baby.
Peace.